I'm drinking on my own. I'll be refed. All about me, cause my eyes ain't still say.
Hello, world. Welcome to the very first podcast of the Play-by-Play show, the Play-by-Play with Cam and Zay. I'm your co-host, Zay. This is my man, Killer Cam Major, the one, the only. We are excited for our very first podcast to be coming through. It's been a long time in the making. Cam, you want to start us off? Kind of talk about how this podcast came.
Man, it's been a long time coming, somewhat. But Zay hit me up a couple months ago or so, said he wanted to start a sports podcast with somebody. Said I might be perfect for it because we debate sports all the time. He gets embarrassed by me all the time, and he said he wants it to be on camera. And I said, we don't have to do humiliation rituals in front of the public, Zay, but if that's something you want to engage in, I'm all for it. I'm a good friend. And so I said no, but yeah, we just have really good spirited debates about sports and the like. And so we said, why not turn it into a podcast? Why not
turn it into a podcast?
And we was talking about the NBA as the season ended, a whole lot of chitter chatter between us. And so yeah, why not put it on camera? Again, humiliation rituals are good for the public to see sometimes. And so
for sure, man. And with this podcast we're looking to do, we're looking to cover a multitude of sports. Mainly we're going to be talking about the NFL. We're going to be talking about basketball, college, and pro basketball, of course. And speaking of pro basketball, man, my man Cam he's a Pacers fan, by the way. And so Cam, how you want to talk about the end of that NBA finals and Game 7 and all the emotions that came through with your this is probably the first finals appearance in your lifetime that you can remember, of course, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's first in my lifetime. And I'm extremely happy with it. If you think I'm going to get on here and mope and pout because my team went to Game 7 of the NBA Finals while someone like Zay sat at home and watched, you got it messed up. But what I will say is it was sad to see the ending. Very devastating to see Hallie tear his Achilles in Game 7. We don't know what would have happened if he wouldn't have torn his Achilles. I still think we would have lost, if I'm honest. However, we don't know. We never will know, but that's part of the game. So proud. I've never liked an NBA team more than that Pacers team, and I can proudly say that unlike the Lakers, unlike the Celtics, we actually put together a team, without going and pulling stars out of our bottoms and adding all the hooplas. 2-3 years ago, we were in no man's land. We traded for Tyrese, picked up Pascal Siakam, and here we are. I'm happy. I'm excited, and I'm happy.
I expected that answer from him because my man Cam is also a Bengals fan, and a couple years back they made the Super Bowl and lost, and he had the same reaction of, it's a good thing that we got here, it's whatever, we do whatever we can to do, we did the right thing, we got here, young team, we're gonna be back. But see, I'm a fan of champions. I'm a fan of real champions. See, my team, the real team, the Boston Celtics. Ooh, hold on, wrong one. But you know what? I'm gonna keep this out just for a second, because that's gonna come in handy. But the real team, I'm gonna let you have
your moment for a second. Go ahead and get this off.
You know what it is? It's Jason Tatum. We title 10 over her. We don't congratulate second place finishes. You know what I mean? So when I lose, I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. But speaking of the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers, both of our teams this year are going to have some very bad years, some very bad times.
I did not say that.
No. It's gonna be.
I did not say that. You don't think he said that? I did not say that.
Well, look, I know. I look at reality, and while next year I do believe the Celtics and the Pacers will be playoff teams, I do believe that next year will not be a title contention year for either team, which is very unfortunate in a wide open Eastern Conference. I believe. But I believe the East has also become more wide open because of our team's 2-star injuries. Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton. How do you think that they come back? Well, no, let me rephrase that. How do you think next year looks without those 2 stars on our team?
Still looks good for both teams. Not as good, obviously. Still looks good. And I did not say, look, if the Indiana Pacers go to the conference finals again this year, I would not bat an eye. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever because we are a team that, as you can see, we made it to the finals by being a complete team, unlike a team like the Boston Celtics, who Tatum goes out and all of a sudden they are marginally worse. Are we worse without Hallie? Obviously, yes. However, how did we get to the finals in the first place? How did we get to the conference finals the year before that in the first place? With depth. Depth is still there. We're going to be fine. I don't think we'll. I mean, and you, like you said, the East is weak again. But hang on. But here's this is what he thought he was going to get away with, guys, is bringing football up. Okay, he wants to talk about my fandom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now let's see how quick he wants to cut me off when I say this. When I met Zay about 2 years ago or so, he was an adamant Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Adamant. I mean, just a strict. He would argue about the Steelers, how much better they are, and I know he would know something about not wanting to be a loser. You know how he said, "My teams win. My teams win. I don't like my teams don't lose." I could tell because as soon as the Steelers started dipping and started losing, he went and became a Ravens fan who happened to be a rival of the Steelers, and he has no shame in talking about me, a faithful Bengals fan who was there when the Bengals had Andy Dalton at quarterback, being faithful and sticking with my team. He has no shame in calling that out as if that's something for me to not be happy about or proud of, as he switches from the Steelers to the Ravens, their literal arch nemesis rival. And he doesn't. He just smiles and he's joyous. And then he acts as if the Ravens are winning or something. When's the last time the Ravens won? Because the last time they did, you wasn't a Ravens fan. You wasn't a Ravens fan last time they did that.
No, I can admit to that.
Thank you.
I can admit to being a grown man and making grown man decisions. I grew up
a little boy decision.
No.
Little
I grew
boy.
up a Steelers. I grew up a Steelers fan, and I won't lie about that. I rooted for the Steelers my entire childhood. A lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories.
This is Kevin Durant.
But there was one player who went to our favorite college team,
and you didn't join the Ravens whenever he got there.
Hold on. Let's chill out. When Lamar Jackson graced the stadium, which was Louisville, the College of Louisville, and took over my heart and my soul, and everything I wanted to root for had to be Lamar Jackson. The very first jersey I ever bought in my life, my mom bought, was this Ravens jersey. I never had a Steelers jersey in my life. This is the very first football NFL jersey I've ever owned. And it is my man Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson is that guy. He is the best. And
this is an embarrassment.
And for years, and I do mean 4 years, when I would watch Steelers and Ravens games, I would just sit there and I would just be like, man, I kind of hope we win, but I don't care if Lamar beats us because he's Lamar Jackson. And then this year, going into this year, I found myself cheering for Lamar more than I was cheering for my own team. And I've been doing that for the last couple of years, to be completely honest.
So in other words, after Lamar became a 2-time MVP, he decided to become a Ravens fan because of Lamar's success. That's in other words. If Lamar would have never had the success he's having on the Ravens, he would never have joined. If it was only about Lamar and not about Lamar being as great as Lamar is, then he would have joined the Ravens as soon as Lamar got drafted. He didn't. He waited until literally this past year, and with no shame. Not a shameful bone in his body, and he still has the nerve. And now I love that everybody gets to hear this.
Lamar Jackson for life.
I love that everybody gets to hear this, so that we can all just sit with it. We can let it sizzle, and we can move on knowing that. So every NFL discussion that's ever had again, because it just automatically disqualifies you talking anything about the Bengals. It disqualifies it. You can't do that because if that's the case, then okay, you can't talk about the Bengals anymore. I'm an Eagles fan.
No, I mean, if you wanted to be an Eagles fan,
now what do you want to say?
I mean,
now what do you want to say? I'm an
Eagles
fan.
I mean, that's cool. If you want to
still talk, you got something to say about the Eagles?
I mean, they're current Super Bowl champions right now.
Thank
not
you.
A lot.
We're the champions, guys.
Not a lot to say about them, but we both know you're a Bengals
We're the
fan.
champions.
So
Go Birds.
I can say as much about the Bengals as I want.
Go Birds.
You know what I mean?
Go Birds.
I've always this is the thing. When he want to keep saying about the arch rival Ravens. See, the thing about the Ravens is they were our rivals, but it was the respected rivals. I respect the Ravens.
No real Steelers fan has ever respected the Ravens.
If you grew up playing football, I was a defensive guy. My favorite
player
was Troy Polamalu growing up. But you know what my second favorite player was? Ed Reed. And you know what my third favorite player was? Ray Lewis. And those are two Ravens players.
Doesn't stop anything.
I respect the Ravens. I never hated the Ravens.
My two favorite players in the league
Come on, man.
aside from Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, are both on the Baltimore Ravens right now. I have 2 Louisville tattoos on my arm. I have Lamar Jackson's autograph and a picture with the man. I love Lamar Jackson with all my heart. I hope to see his continued success. I will never, in my years of living, hope Lamar Jackson wins if he's playing the Cincinnati Bengals. It's just not in my blood because I make grown men decisions like standing firm in my fandom and not running whenever. Because what happens if Lamar becomes a Steeler tomorrow? You're a Steelers fan again, ain't you?
Nah. Ravens flock for life. Till the day I die.
But he said the reason he became a Ravens fan was because of Lamar.
Of course.
But if Lamar left today, he's still a Ravens fan.
You
hear the
you just never have to worry about that because you just know Lamar's not getting traded to the Steelers.
I just know
so I don't have to worry about that insanely stupid hypothetical because I know where Lamar is. He's at the Ravens, and I'm a Raven for the rest of my life. Flock to the day I die.
We're gonna remember this. We're gonna remember this. So 10 years from now, when Lamar retires and they got the first overall pick, is how bad they are.
I'll be a flock man.
Cool.
Flock man.
Flock man.
Flock up.
This is the most. This is embarrassing for you, honestly. I was hoping that you would come on here and try to lie and say I was never a Steelers fan.
What's the point of lying? You was going
because it would be less humiliating for you. It would be much less humiliating for you to try to lie. Make
you can get on Twitter. You can call me a bandwagon. You can get on Instagram. You can get in the comments. You call me a bandwagon. You know what I'm gonna say to that? I do not care. Flock man to the day I die.
But you do admit you are a bandwagon, though.
You are
the definition of a bandwagon. I mean, there's never been. You are like worse than KD bandwagon. This is like.
Oh, stop it!
This is worse than what KD did.
How?
This is worse.
It's worse?
Yeah, because KD wasn't a lifelong Thunder fan. You've been a lifelong Steelers fan. You was arguing for the Steelers like your life depended on it 2 years ago. And you flipped a switch because of one player. That's all it took was one single player who I love dearly. He's not my favorite player of all time, but he's up there.
He's mine.
Mine is Teddy Bridgewater, but Teddy Bridgewater don't matter what team. It don't matter what team.
I'm not gonna cap. Look, in 2015 when he was with the Vikings, I'm not gonna cap. A little bit of him.
This means that you was just never a Steelers fan,
maybe,
or at least not a real one. And any Steelers fan watching this, I want to tell you guys, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Don't be.
Don't let this man.
The steel curtain sucks.
Don't. See?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Done. Shovel y'all. Y'all right in the dirt.
I'm not sure if he's always been a Celtics fan, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope.
I'm not sure. Nope. I can't tell you. I didn't know him long enough. He might have been.
Always
I don't.
Been a Celtics fan.
He might have been a Heat fan. I think he might have been a Heat fan.
Never. Hate the Heat. All the passion. Hated them LeBron games with a passion. When he went to the Heat, I was on my floor. Oh man, I can't even give you those emotions. I hated LeBron for a couple of years just because of that Heat thing. I'm a Celtics fan to the day I die. Rajon Rondo, another Louisville great, if you did not know, was my favorite player growing up. He's
from the city of Louisville, but
no, I'm saying.
I wouldn't call him a Louisville great.
What you mean?
He played for the University of Kentucky.
He played for the University of Kentucky, but he's from the Ville. Like, you know how, like, D'Angelo Russell's from the Ville?
No one calls D'Angelo Russell a Louisville great because he's from the city.
But Rondo is.
No.
Rondo come back to the city all the time. I met Rondo, actually. I want to say 6th grade year, football. Not Pee Wee football, junior football. He was my coach's stepbrother. Really dope dude. Rajon Rondo. Boston Celtics to the day I die. I will never change on the Celtics. Like you said, I may not have been a big of a Steelers fan.
You would have said the same thing about the Steelers about 2 years ago. You said I'm never switching on the Steelers.
I don't think I said that.
I said you would have. If I would have asked you, are you a Steelers fan for life? You'd say, yeah, I'm down for the count. 2 years. Look at where we're at. I mean, just shamelessly. Ravens jersey and all. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen.
Ravens flip-flops and all. I got them sitting at the crib. They brand new.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I'm gonna try to get us to go to a Cincinnati and Baltimore game. Obviously in Cincinnati. I mean, we could take the drive up to Baltimore.
I don't think you'd want to see it in Cincinnati. Shit, we got something coming for the NFL this year.
Do you guys have something coming for the NFL? Let's go ahead and get into that.
I ain't gotta say too much.
No. Let's get into that because the Bengals had an eventful offseason, if I'm not mistaken. They re-signed my man T. Higgins. Your first round draft pick still has not signed his contract. Is he actually going to play?
No, I hope he doesn't. I hope he goes back to college.
Oh, man.
Do you know the reason why? Because this is so funny. It's so funny seeing people that have no idea what's going on with the contract. They think, is the Bengals being cheap again?
No, I don't think that.
It has nothing to do with the money. The man wants to not have a clause in his contract that makes it to where we don't have to pay him if he gets arrested for something serious. He doesn't want to have that clause in the contract. We are refusing to to not put that clause in the contract because we don't want, if he gets arrested tomorrow for something crazy, we don't want to have to pay him. He wants to still get paid. Why does he want that to be in the contract so badly? I wonder. I don't know. No, if the man had 4 sacks in college. He's a defensive end. He had 4 sacks in college. I mean, we're fine. We're good. Trey Hendrickson is who I'm more worried about. I hope that we can sign him. If we can't, though, we're okay. The thing is this: the NFL is a game of runs. The same way the NBA is, just in a different sense. The NFL, year by year, defensive players are going to get better. Free agents are going to come. This year, we got a new defensive coordinator. It changes by the year. You're kind of playing Russian roulette with NFL defenses aside from whenever you have a bunch of stars collected in one place. So in any given year, just like this could be like 2021, no one was expecting the Bengals defense to be very good. We ended up being good enough to go to the Super Bowl. This could be a year in which our young defensive players step up, get another year in a new system, and then we added a couple free agents. I love where we're at. We re-signed T and Jamar. The offense is revitalized. Chase Brown's a great up and coming young running back that a lot of people are counting out because he only started for about not even a full year yet. And so I feel absolutely incredible. We have the best quarterback in the National Football League, and we are prepared. The best quarterback and wide receiver in the National Football League.
We're prepared. Glad this is on camera and
we're prepared to make a run now.
Joe Burrow. The Bengal fans treat Joe Burrow like he's Tom Brady
because we've seen it firsthand. Y'all don't watch every game. We do.
You know what? The craziest thing is, I cannot stress this to you enough how much I hate the Bengals. But because you guys implore Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T Higgins, I actually enjoy watching the Bengals play. Yeah, whatever.
If you enjoy football, you enjoy watching the Bengals play.
You know what? You're completely right. Yeah. I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate watching tonight, but I absolutely watch basically every Bengals game because I love to see them lose, and I have to keep track of their record because most of the time they're our only competition in this division. And last year I watched a slew.
That's only been like the last half decade.
Slew of Bengals games. Oh my goodness! And the fact that you sat here and called Joe Burrow the best quarterback in the game, I've heard so many Bengals fans tell me he's the much clutch quarterback in the game, and I can tell you game for game where Joe Burrow was not, in fact, clutch, and he cost his team.
I'm not here.
I don't care about all that clutch stuff. Which got
Lamar's not clutch either. I don't care about all that clutch stuff. Check this out. He might be. The world don't know yet because he's played behind bum O-lines. He's had a stale offensive play caller for his entire career, and his defense is one of the worst 3 defenses in the league aside from probably 2 years of his career. But he might be the greatest quarterback of all time. We just have to give it time. This man just almost won an MVP award, winning 9 games in a season with a horrible defense.
Almost won an MVP
Led the league
award.
In passing yards.
Third.
And I mean, a lot of people had him first until last few weeks of the season. They did. A lot of people. This was a debate on First Take, but they said because of his team not winning enough, he didn't win it. If we win 2 more games this year, he's MVP. Period. Because we'll go to the playoffs. But check this out: Joe Burrow. Winning record against Mahomes. That's first thing.
Of course. No, I'll give you that.
None of the other star quarterbacks you can say that about, and his team be worse than them every time.
Hold on. Does he still have because I know Mahomes has called him like the last 3 times. Like, so is it still a winning record?
He's 3. He's 3. It might be 3-2 now. I thought it was 3-1. But one or the other.
He beat you in the AFC Championship.
Well, that made it 3-1.
And then I know, but then he beat him this regular season.
Then 3-2.
Yeah. So is it 3-2? Okay.
Yeah, 3-2. Okay. But Josh Allen can't say that. He definitely can't say that.
No.
Lamar Jackson can't say that. Justin Herbert can't say that. Jalen Hurts can't say that. These guys can't say that. And so Jalen Hurts might be able to after the Super Bowl. I don't know. I think check this out though. He's done that with, and everybody said, wide receiver. It don't matter. Look, if Joe Burrow had Patrick Mahomes' offensive line that Patrick Mahomes had majority of his career, Jamar Chase might have had the greatest statistical season wide receivers ever had in his life. He had the Triple Crown this year with a bum O-line. I can admit we have the best wide receiver in the league too. The point is, we saw Joe Burrow in college have the greatest college football season by a quarterback ever in totality. Undefeated, broke so many records, statistically absolutely out of his mind. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, I get it.
Thaddeus Moss, Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Moss. Tell me
Terrence Marshall,
Thaddeus Moss, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What has Thaddeus Moss done since getting to the NFL?
He hasn't done anything.
He might be in the UFL by now.
Great college players.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was known as a receiving back. Who made him known as a receiving back? Joseph Lee Burrow. He went to the league, had a couple good years because he played with the Kansas City Chiefs and the second best quarterback in pro football. And lo and behold, he's kind of dipping a little bit. This is what I'm talking about whenever I say, and Justin Jefferson was going to get his regardless. Jamar Chase was going to get his regardless. Those two are two of the greatest receivers of all time. But you can't just say, he had them.
I mean, it's a part. I'm not saying. See, that's the thing.
If we're doing that,
not saying that's
we're doing that for Lamar.
I never caper for it. I just say, look, with Lamar, it's a different type of style. Now, Lamar does have an
No one does that for Patrick Mahomes. No one says he's had the greatest tight end of his whole life, his whole career. No one talks about him having Andy Reid. No, they don't.
Oh my goodness, yes they do.
So do you not think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the pro football?
I do think. I think right.
Why aren't you holding Kelsey? Why aren't you holding Kelsey against him? Why aren't you holding Tyreek Hill against him whenever he had him? Why aren't you holding Andy Reid against him?
But the thing about him is he goes out there and wins. That's the difference. I can't even with all these quarterbacks, and I love Lamar to death. Like, I can't sit up here with a straight face and say, oh well, my quarterback's the best when he is not winning. Patrick Mahomes, regardless, with Andy Reid, and I don't hold it against him that he got drafted. Andy Reid personally chose him. But, of course, having Andy Reid, just like Tom Brady, having Bill Belichick helped his career. It's
so interesting, though, because then whenever I talk about how he went to the Super Bowl in 2021, you talk about how he had a better defense and how you more than anyone say, being somebody that played football, you should know how many starters are there on a pro football team?
There is 22.
22 starters. So many more things have to go right to win in football than in basketball. This isn't like Joe Burrow. It shouldn't be about who's winning. It should be about who can win enough, who's winning enough. If Joe Burrow was winning 5 games every year, I get it. Joe Burrow's getting close to the playoffs with Dookie around him. I'm talking Dookie, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and then a bag of poop. That's what Joe Burrow's doing everything with every single year in, year out. That's what he went to in 2021 with. He went with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Jesse Bates, and a bag of poop. That was his entire team.
Joe Mixon's a bag of poop that year? He was a bag of poop? Oh, stop
He's about Chase Brown right now. That's about Chase Brown right now.
He was better. Come on.
Chase Brown. You don't watch Chase Brown. Chase Brown right now is about as good as Joe Mixon was that year.
No, not as a running back? No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, yes.
No, it's definitely not as a rusher. No, I'm not giving you that.
And I love Joe Mixon.
I think he's a better receiving back. Joe Mixon in 2021 was
backwards. Joe Mixon's a better receiving back. Joe Mixon one of the best receiving backs in the league. Chase Brown is a better just uphill runner. Joe Mixon gets tired. Joe Mixon is fat and old. He gets tired real easily. That's the reason why we don't have him no more. He wasn't getting us. He'll get you a solid 3 yards every single play, but that's about it. And that's great. That's awesome. That's why we had him for so long.
I don't think Joe Mixon's to blame for your, again,
I didn't say he is.
A horrible offensive line, which they don't create running lanes.
I'm glad you acknowledge that.
Of course, I'm not.
So Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl in 2021 with a horrible offensive line. I want you to say that to the camera.
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with a horrible offensive line.
Who else has done that?
Mahomes did it in 2020. What was it? 2020.
There's not one 2020 year in which Patrick Mahomes and I have a great offensive line.
2020, he didn't. That's why they lost. That's why they got shellacked in the Super Bowl.
They got shellacked in the Super Bowl because the GOAT. He ran into the GOAT.
No, because both his tackles were hurt and they had terrible offensive linemen, and
they weren't hurt all year. And
check this out, hurt the games before the Super Bowl.
Thomas Edward Brady Jr.
Yeah,
he ran into him.
But that wasn't the reason why he got.
And he made and that Bucs defense was insane that year too.
It was, but also the O line that Patrick Mahomes played with was horrible. Do you not remember that Super Bowl where he's running?
I don't remember who was on the line at Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were backups. They were backups.
And to be honest,
they were backups.
I couldn't care less because I don't even have to see it. I don't have to see it to know I'm taking that line over Joe Burrow's 2021 line. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't need to see it. I'm good. I'm solid on it. I'm sold. I'll be naive. I'll play dumb. I don't even want to look at it to know. Yeah, that's we was one play away.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We was one play away from winning the 2021 Super Bowl. Jamar Chase was wide open deep. Had Jalen Ramsey beat. You want to know why we lost? You want to know why? Because Aaron Donald got through in 2 seconds.
See how you said the year 2021? Even though it was a 2022,
No, it was in the year 2021.
No. Yes. No. That was the season.
But the year 2021.
No, but the Super Bowl was in 2022.
I don't remember what year it was in. I don't remember what year it was in.
I see it like I got you. It seemed like I got you. It seemed like I got you.
I wasn't going to do this to you.
I seemed like I got you. This guy says. I kept hearing you say 2021. I kept hearing you say that, and I was just like,
I said in 2021. But if I was talking about the Super Bowl winner. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
No, I just want to keep hearing you say it because you kept saying the 2021 Bengals. You kept saying you went to the Super Bowl in 2021.
Explain to them what you're talking about.
Okay, so
you're gonna look
guys,
silly.
This is what we're talking about. So, if you saw the video, I did post it to our TikTok. I'm gonna release it to our socials. But in this video, Cam and me were having a debate about when you talk about the years in which the Super Bowl happens, what the season kind of comes in. So I remember, I think he believed it was something like the 2025. If I'm not
the
correct,
2025 Super Bowl champions are who?
Are the Philadelphia Eagles. But the 2024.
Oh, what did you say?
I didn't. But hold on. But the 2024, if you go to their Wikipedia page and you look up 2024, if you let me rephrase that. If you go to their, let me rephrase that. If you go to their Super Bowl page and you go to Super Bowl titles, in the season it will say 2024. It will not say 2025.
Check us out,
because it's 2025
so I just looked
season.
up 2021 Super Bowl champs. You know who popped up?
Then what do you keep saying the 2021 Bengals for?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, but you guys played the Rams.
Because in my head as a Bengals fan, I remember it as 2021 being
because
the year.
That was the season.
Because I had a podcast in which the whole 2020 season.
That was the season, right?
But I wouldn't call them the 2021 Super Bowl champions. We was talking about whenever you're calling a team the champion, not whenever you're just talking about the team from that year.
No, I'm talking.
Go back and watch the video that we post on Instagram.
I'm talking about is the
Go back
team
and watch
from that year.
We're talking about the champion. We was talking about the champion.
No,
what year do you call the champion?
Because we were having debates about that 20 when you were like the 2022 AFC Championship game, and I was like, well, the 2023 AFC Championship game, you guys played the Chiefs. But
yes,
it was the 2022
the 2023 AFC what?
Championship game.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Championship games.
But I
was talking about championship.
No, but before I even prefaced it, I was like, in 2022, you guys went to the AFC Championship and lost to the Chiefs.
So according to Zay, ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Super Bowl champions are the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what he's telling you.
The 2024 NFL champion, yes, were the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course. Yeah,
No one watching this video thinks that, Zay. If you ask anybody watching this,
you say so, man. Go look at
who
the
is the
2024
2024 Super Bowl champions. They're not going to say the Philadelphia Eagles. They'll say 2025 Super Bowl champions. That's why when I look it up, what do you think will pop up?
The 2025 season hasn't started
if
yet.
I look up 2025 Super Bowl champions,
2025 season has not started, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but what do you think will pop up?
I know what will pop up because it's the most recent Super Bowl in the year of
2025 Super Bowl champions. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Smart people.
Now let's do this. Hang on.
The 2024 season.
You said that's because it's the most recent? So let's do the year before that. 2024.
It's going to say the Chiefs.
Super Bowl. So it's not going to say the Eagles?
No. But the 2024 season champions are the Philadelphia Eagles.
You see, I had to throw that word season in there to try
to
make himself right.
Because when he says
oh my goodness.
Because when you're talking about it, when you talk about a team and you say the year, that's what I assume we're talking about in terms of the entire season. So when you say the 2023 Ravens went to the AFC Championship game, even though they went to the championship game in 2024 in the AFC Championship, it was the 2023 season and we were the first seed. Lamar Jackson was the 2023 NFL MVP.
That wasn't what we was talking about that day, though.
That is what
we wasn't talking about the whole season. We was talking
to.
about the.
That's what I was referring to.
I'll cut it right here. I'll cut it to the video of us talking about it, and it's going to show we was talking about champions. We wasn't talking about what year you call them the champion. Both of us was. That's why we talking about champions.
I'm talking about.
We weren't talking about seasons.
Of course, I know what you're talking about in terms of the video, but when we very first started,
I just want to let you know that you're the only person that calls what happens in the playoffs by the regular season year. No one does that. So we call we don't call the Eagles the 2024 Super Bowl champions. We call them the 2025 Super Bowl champions. No one calls them the 2024.
Nobody even says the year. Everybody says the year of the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl 59 champion in Philadelphia.
Well, not everybody. No, if they say the year specifically, they don't say the year of when the regular season was played. That's asinine. Remember we talked about wide receivers incentives.
Well, y'all didn't.
And I tried to tell you that wide receivers.
I didn't say that. No, I'm saying, but you said Shakir. I was saying him in general.
Nah, we was talking about wide receivers incentives.
This nigga, bro. See, we gonna be
no, you remember.
This podcast gonna be smooth because this nigga's so argumentative with me.
Nah, because you're gonna make yourself look silly. There ain't no way you're gonna say half of the stuff you say to me in person. Say they call whoever won the Super Bowl in 2025 the 2024 champion because the regular season in 2024.
We can put that on the first podcast.
You're gonna look so dumb. Please, I'm begging.
And we can put a poll up.
The whole comments are gonna be like, he's not argumentative. He's just right.
No,
like, no one. There's no one I've ever heard in my life but you, Zay, that the regular season year is who that's the year they call them.
No, because I didn't used to think. I used to think just like you until I grew up and I got smarter, and then I realized, and then the NFL. Anytime I looked, I'd be like, well, who's the 2025 champions? And then they look up, and then it'd be, oh, dang, this is the 2024 season. 2025 season haven't even started yet.
When we very first started that argument that day at the basketball court, I was referring to the season leading up.
Well, you stood on it whenever we started talking about champions. When I thought we was talking about champions, and I made it known that I thought we was talking about champions, you stood on it, and I have the video proof. It just showed. It just showed to the public.
Pop it to pop. Yeah, it's gonna pop out. It's gonna play. But you know what? It's all good. You know, I don't care about your buffoonery anymore.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. You know what? But
go ahead.
Speaking of 2025, how do you look back? Let's go back into the NBA talk just a little bit. How do you look back at this NBA season, and what do you take away with everything that went down in terms of just the season in full, the players, teams? What do you take? What's your biggest takeaway from this?
From the NBA season, my biggest takeaway from the 2024-25. Let me help you. I'm gonna help you out. From 2024-25 NBA season is that teams are back.
Teams are back.
No more of the big three mess. No more of the super team mess.
Nope.
The teams that made it the furthest this year in both conference finals were all complete teams that were built and made to play with each other.
Absolutely.
I think it's kind of like the early 2000s again, where you would see in the I think 2003-2004 season the Detroit Pistons win the NBA Finals with Chauncey Billups as their best player, arguably. And you see this year, OKC, complete team. Even though they had the MVP and the best player in the league.
Absolutely.
OKC, a complete team. Indiana Pacers, obviously a complete team. Minnesota Timberwolves, a complete team. New York Knicks, a complete team. So I think that's the main thing, is that the league that LeBron James ruined is now it's making a full recovery. And that's what I took away from it. I took away from it the CBA, which I love so much, that has the first and second apron has been implemented, has saved the league. Adam Silver saving the league. Anybody who doesn't like NBA basketball right now, it's because they grew up in the LeBron era where they got used to just seeing super teams. Everybody get together. Come on, we can't win. We don't think we can win over here, so let's go over here. This is why I love Giannis. This is why I love what Damian Lillard just did. Which proves my point of what I've been saying for the longest, of these guys do not need to leave the team that drafted them. It ruins their legacy. Dame went back somewhere that he's appreciated, no matter if he wins or not. When you go ring chasing and you lose, you get blamed for losing. It don't matter where you're at, and they don't care about you. No, any other team Dame could have went to other than Portland, if they would have lost, the fans there would have never cared about him ever again. He would not be appreciated. He went where he's appreciated. That's why Giannis should never leave Milwaukee ever. If Giannis leaves Milwaukee and goes elsewhere and doesn't win a ring, he's not going to be appreciated there. He can lose in Milwaukee for the rest of his life. His legacy will not be tarnished, period.
I don't see. We'll get back to that. But my biggest takeaway from this NBA season is actually the changing of the guard. I think we're finally in a place in the NBA where the young guys have taken over completely. I think now we're in the very new era. I think this was the last truly, well, maybe not KD. I won't say KD, but like where LeBron is basically, as you said, like kind of running the league. Mm-hmm. Where Steph Curry, where they're getting the highest rated games, and now we are seeing the change of the new era. We're seeing the change of the new stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, up and coming, just won MVP, favorite to go win the next championship. Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, Cade Cunningham making the Pistons relevant again.
Hey, Paolo Banchero.
I mean, we are in the new era. Fully.
Fair.
My young era, I mean, our childhood's, it's almost over. You know, there's not, I think we're coming to maybe, I'd say I'll give it another year, but LeBron is on his last legs.
LeBron got to get out, y'all. I mean, first of all, he's delaying the Lakers' progression. If the Lakers could get rid of LeBron right now, they could make a dope team around Luka.
I want people
imagine
to
they
know.
trade LeBron. They trade LeBron to Dallas and just get like PJ Washington and a couple other pieces that used to be with Luka. That helps everybody.
But he's not that.
It's not about being that good. It's about helping. It's about putting the right pieces around Luka.
Yes,
you have LeBron and Luka together, you're never going to win ever.
Why?
They do the same exact thing. It's never going to
because
work.
LeBron changed his game this season. He changed the way he played for Luka. He was off the ball more than he has ever been.
How much longer are you gonna do that? You've been seeing him cry. They don't care about me anymore. They didn't call me when they sold the team. They called Luka. They don't care about me anymore. Luka called him. Luka told him get Ayton. Luka told him get Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
listen, Luka. They gave the reins to Luka, and LeBron's pride is not gonna like it.
But
I'm telling you, LeBron's not gonna sit back and watch Luka take over this team very easily. He's gonna retire before he sees that happen.
He wanted to do that with AD for years. AD never.
That's such a false narrative.
No, it's
such
not.
a false narrative.
You know for a fact. Look,
and plus, AD,
let's keep it a buck. AD's mentality is not. it's lax. It's a
No,
lax
I agree. That's what I was about to say.
mentality.
AD's not.
But Luka's
the
not.
number-
Luka's a
number
killer.
one.
Yeah, and Luka's a killer. He will. It's his team. LeBron will have no problem taking a backseat this season to Luka, letting Luka shine. This will be a more Luka-centric offense.
And they'll
than it
lose
has
again.
been. Will it be because of LeBron and Luka?
Absolutely. It'll be because that mix
Were
does
they
not
the reason
work.
they lost this year? Was it
Absolutely,
LeBron?
because
It
if
was
you take out
LeBron's?
LeBron, you know how much more cap space you have to actually put role
Not
players
that much.
around that
Not
Luka
that much.
needs.
Not
Luka
that much.
needs role
It's a
players.
big lie.
We
It's a
just
big
saw
lie.
Luka go to the
It's
finals the
a
year before that with who?
big lie.
Who did he have
If
around him to go to the
LeBron-
finals the year before
Okay,
that?
hold on. I'm just gonna kill that whole cap space area. If LeBron left this, if he would have not taken the max, if he would have opted out and became a free agent, you know how much cap space the Lakers would have magically saved by not signing LeBron? $10 million. Only $10 million. Who are they signing with $10 million?
He's on a 2-year, $100 million contract.
No, he's on a 1-year, $52 million contract. It's the last year on his
1
deal.
year, $52 million.
Okay, but if they did not sign LeBron, they wouldn't
This is
have
why you
had
don't sign him.
52
This is why you don't sign
But
him.
they
When he
wouldn't have had
retires,
52 million.
how much do they get?
They would have 10.
If he retires, they do not only get that 10.
No, I'm saying,
if he
no.
would have left on that option, you're right. But that's why I'm saying LeBron needs to retire so that they can have that cap
He's
space.
he's on an expiring contract. If he
Bah.
leaves, yeah, he leaves, and they don't. There's nothing.
Really,
for
what they
him.
should
don't
do,
lose
like
anything.
what I'm advocating for, is trade him while he's still in the league because you can get value for him. And some team is stupid
has
enough,
a
especially the Dallas
no
Mavericks.
trade
The
clause.
Dallas Mavericks
You
right
can't
now.
just trade
The
LeBron.
Dallas Mavericks right now. It's LeBron James. If he wants to get traded, he can get traded.
Yeah, if he
at any
wants
given time.
to, but he doesn't want to get traded. He loves LA.
Have you seen the news reports?
Yeah,
have you seen
upset.
any
He's
rumors right
upset.
now?
Look,
Why is he upset?
Because they didn't do what he wanted them to do in terms
Because he's a
of,
big baby. Because he's a big woman. Just say it, Zay. This man, they literally drafted his son for a photo op, and he's still over here talking like they don't care about him.
I'm not gonna let anybody in the world I'm not
Like they
gonna
don't
let
care about
anybody
him.
in the
What
world
do you want, bro?
trying to tell
That man
me
wasn't gonna get
that
drafted.
was a terrible idea.
No,
or
I'm not even saying it was,
anything like that,
but look,
because there will never be
Watch
another
this.
moment in NBA history, damn near, where a player can play with his son on the court at the same time. I don't care if you don't like Bronny, if you don't think he should have been drafted.
Was it or
anything
was it
like
not
that.
nepotism? That's all I'm asking.
Nepotism runs the world. Does Danny Ainge's son get the job he does without being Danny Ainge?
It shouldn't
Does
run the
Steve
world.
A- does
It shouldn't
Steve
run the world
Kerr's,
if you care about winning.
does
If it's a
Steve Kerr's
competitive,
son
if it's a
get an
competitive,
assistant?
if it's a competitive
I'm saying
field, if it's a competitive field in which you're
only
not building a
matters-
business, but you're building a competitor.
It only matters when it's LeBron James, because nepotism has been in this world.
No, it doesn't. It matters when
really-
it matters when it's Shadur Sanders.
It
matters when it's anybody in sports.
It
Anybody
matters.
in sports.
No,
we're gonna
it
say-
matters more. I mean, look, we can get into the whole. I don't want to get into
My
the
whole point. My
racial
whole point
thing.
is this. My whole point is if they are including nepotism in the way that they are doing things for LeBron, he is cared about. He is very cared about. If they are saying with this 55th pick, we're going to use it to draft your son, who otherwise would not get drafted. Now, whether he's proven that to be right or wrong is a whole different story. I think Bronny is proven to be a decent player.
Yeah,
he's proven to be a decent player. But that does not take away from the fact. Like here's a let me think of a way to put this. So if I know that if I just take a random guess and say, babe, there's a rock falling out of the sky, right? And it's going to kill us all. I'm just taking a random guess at it. And then I tell her because of that, she has to get under the bed for 24 hours, right? She gets under the bed and hides for 24 hours. A rock ends up coming out of the sky. It does end up coming out of the sky, but I had no idea. It doesn't mean that the decision I made was right or a decision that was fair to her at the time. It just means that a random, it just turned out to happen. They did not know Bronny was going to be even half decent. They had no idea. It was like a rock falling out of the sky that they just guessed was going to happen.
Of course.
No one thought Bronny was going to be half decent. If they did, he would have been drafted before that. Anybody would want to have LeBron James' son on their team. Mm-hmm. But I could tell you this much. The Lakers care about LeBron James.
Yes, they
I can
of
tell you
course,
that.
and they should, because
No, they shouldn't.
Why
if I'm
shouldn't?
the Lakers right now, I
He's-
don't owe you a single. First of all, you know how many Laker greats I can tell you are put before him in the line of like stars Laker fans care about? They don't. LeBron played for multiple other teams before.
I would say honest. No, and see the whole thing about Lakers fans do not fully appreciate LeBron, of course, because
as they shouldn't.
I don't.
He's ruined them. I have a Laker fan friend.
I can't.
I have
do
a
this.
Laker
I
fan
can't
friend.
do this.
Look, they have the
were
one chip. They have the one chip.
terrible.
That's great.
They
But
were
I have a Laker
terrible
fan
before
friend,
he got
Tanner. If
there.
you're watching this, shout out you, Tanner. This Laker fan friend is ready for LeBron to leave because
Yes.
he has ruined Laker fandom. All these LeBron fans are calling themselves Laker fans, and they just run around. Look, you do one bad thing. D'Lo was on the Lakers. He missed a midi. You're ruining LeBron's legacy. Oh my God. We need people that can play with Bron. If they could just build completely around Luka right now, the same way the Dallas Mavericks did, and what happened? Oh, they went to the finals. Who was the third best player on that team?
Probably Gafford or Washington. If I
Gafford or Washington. Now, if they get rid of LeBron right now, and they use that cap space, like I said, imagine LeBron. That's a perfect place to trade him to if LeBron was open to it, which I think he would because he'd be playing with Kyrie and AD.
I don't think
his two best buddies. And if they trade him there, first of all, Dallas is an instant favorite to win the title, instant. And not only that, the Lakers can take some of the pieces that the Mavericks already used to go to the finals with Luka, put them around Luka again, and give them a much better chance to grow with him in the future, and turn it into something. I also think the Lakers need to get rid of AR-15. He doesn't fit.
Yes,
he doesn't work with Luka.
I said that the day they got Luka. Yeah. I was one of the first people I remember saying, and a lot of people look at bag work and he's the Lakers' third leading scorer. I was like, AR will not fit with Luka because he needs the ball. And he's
but
a good
then why do
ball.
You think LeBron and Luka fit together? Because LeBron needs the ball. You can say he just showed differently this year. LeBron, you don't average 25 a game if you don't require the ball.
He didn't do that.
LeBron needs the. LeBron is LeBron James. He is never
down with Luka.
Mark my words. There is never a year in his entire life that LeBron James will be on a professional basketball team and not want the ball or require the ball. It'll never happen because he's LeBron.
Of course, no. He's going to require the ball.
And he shouldn't.
Why?
You shouldn't want that around Luka. How did Luka go to the finals with a bunch of players that don't require the ball?
Did Kyrie not demand the ball also?
He required the ball as a scorer, but not as a playmaker. LeBron is requiring the ball as a playmaker when that is Luka's role.
No, but that's
Luka's
the thing.
entire role on the team is to be a playmaker.
Yes.
If LeBron was just a great scorer, it'd be perfect, but LeBron is a playmaker. That's his play style. So him and Luka do the same exact thing. That don't work. For example, if you put Devin Booker next to Luka, it would absolutely incredible. Yeah. Even though Devin Booker's a superstar, it still would work absolutely incredibly because he's a scorer. He's a pure scorer. He's not going to want to play make. LeBron wants to play make. Luka wants to play make. AR really wants to play make too. It just don't work. It's a big catastrophe. It's not going to work this year. If I'm a Laker fan, I'm begging for LeBron to either retire or request for a trade. Just anything to get him out because then you can actually start building around Luka like you should want to with a top 3 player in the league, arguably when he's at his best.
Yeah, he's a top 3 player in the league. He's arguably top 2, and
I think he's 4th.
Oh, right now, I mean, if we're doing everybody in the league healthy,
who's your top 5 players in the NBA right now today?
Fully healthy. Jokic, SGA, Giannis, and I do a Tatum and Luka interchangeable because, like at 4 and 5.
You mean Jason Tatum?
Of course. Jason Tatum is a top 5 player, and I don't care what you say. He's better than Joel Embiid. He's better than Wembanyama. He's better than Anthony Edwards.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
not those two.
Yes,
those are actually the two I was thinking of. Was Wemby?
He's absolutely better than Ant. I'm not gonna hear anybody try to tell me that Anthony Edwards is a better basketball player than Jason Tatum.
So what is Jason Tatum better than Anthony Edwards at?
He's a better scorer. Yes, and it's not. I want people to know.
It's very arguable.
It's not even very arguable. If you go look in the playoffs, it's actually not even really.
Well, Jason
arguable.
Tatum actually has a Jaylen Brown next to him.
Oh my
Anthony
God.
Edwards has never had that in his career. He has all the focus on him.
Julius Randle was a better scorer than Anthony Edwards for a lot of that playoff run. Don't let anybody try to tell you different. Against the Warriors, Julius Randle was the best player on the floor during that Warriors series. It was not.
You
Anthony
hear yourself
Edwards.
right now?
Yes, go look at the series.
So you're telling me Jaylen Brown ain't a better scorer than Jason Tatum in a lot of playoff games?
In a lot of playoff games, or
yeah, because that's what we're talking about. There was not one whole series that Julius Randle averaged more points than Anthony Edwards in his playoff.
I said he was a better player than Anthony.
How?
Edwards.
At what? If he's not better on offense, he's not better on defense, then it doesn't matter.
He was the better playmaker.
You can be a better playmaker. You're not a better player. If Anthony Edwards, he was not the better scorer in one series.
Against the Warriors.
Anthony Edwards averaged more points than Julius Randle against the Warriors.
I doubt it. But
yeah,
we can go look at that.
I promise you.
Look at that
and defensively, Anthony Edwards is arguably the best 2 guard in the league. Defensively, other than Lou Dort, you can find. There's very few defensive guards. Did you not see what he did to your glorious King LeBron James?
Dyson Daniels is better. There's a lot of people that's better.
Did you not see what he did to your glorious King LeBron James? And let me tell you something.
Glorious King. Hold on.
If Anthony Edwards didn't have to exude as much energy as he does on offense, he would be a Dyson Daniels level defensive player.
That's a lot of different players, but he's not when you try to tell me he's the best 2 guard in the league.
We've seen flashes of him doing that.
I've seen flashes of him doing that. Yes, he does it for stretches, but he's not the best 2 guard defender in the league.
I didn't say he was. I said he's arguably up there.
It's not even arguably.
He's behind Lou Dort and maybe Dyson Daniels.
No, not even. What do you mean? No,
who else?
He is behind Dyson Daniels. He's behind Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams is a 3. I said
no,
2 guard.
He's more of a 2. He's
No,
6'5".
he's a 3.
He's 6'5".
He's 6'6", and he plays the 3.
No, he's 6'5".
I promise you he plays the 3. Lou Dort's the starting 2 on that team. Jalen Williams plays the 3. He can play the 4 sometimes. He can be a stretch 4.
I think he's more of a 2. But I mean, I say like just wing people. Like if you want to say wing defenders or something like that.
Even if you want to do that, those 3, cool. Who else?
I'd have to get in my full repertoire of thinking. Let me think here.
There's no way you watched Anthony Edwards play defense.
Yes, I'm good. But I'll take Jaylen Brown over him defensively.
Oh, my gosh. You're just saying words now.
No,
though.
did you?
You're just saying words.
Because I'll give you
this
prime.
is
I'll give you a
unbelievable.
prime example. 2024 playoffs when they had to guard Luka. Was Anthony Edwards even remotely the same guarding Luka as Jaylen Brown?
I don't know.
No, he wasn't. Let me rephrase that. He wasn't. They got
so how you guard Luka? So how good you are at guarding Luka is the determinant as how good of a defender you are.
I'm saying
now.
that is a. I'm just saying.
Is Rudy Gobert not one of the best
matchups,
defensive players of our generation?
One of the best rim protectors and one of
defensive
the best
players,
best team defenders. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, can he guard Luka?
Come on, bro.
You're talking about literally one of the most unguardable players in NBA
history.
history.
You're talking about a center guarding. You're talking about
I saw Anthony Edwards clamp Luka these playoffs. Actually,
yeah, I hurt and injured Luka. I saw Jalen. Yeah, come on. Are we gonna sit here and act like? Are we gonna really sit here and act like Luka was at 100% in this playoffs?
Luka is Luka Doncic.
He was over. No, he wasn't Luka Doncic.
Was he 100% healthy last playoffs?
He was more in like it's just like when you look at
Luka is rarely ever 100% healthy, but he was still Luka Doncic. He was in these playoffs.
He was
getting
way more
clamped by
conditioned
Anthony Edwards.
last season. He was more in shape last season. This season he wasn't.
He was so in shape last season that they traded him half a year later because he was fat.
Because their general manager is stupid. I mean, I can't. Even if he gets traded, their general manager is stupid. Let's not. I'm not gonna blame Luka that he got traded. Okay, I'm just not.
I mean, maybe if he wasn't fat,
he's not fat.
The general manager wouldn't have been that stupid.
He's not fat now. He's on that LeBron diet. He's on that LeBron diet.
No, that happens every offseason. They show pictures of Luka. They're like, look, he's getting better.
No,
dude, he's going to come back into the season. He's going to be chubby again. He's still going to drop 30 on all your favorite players. That's still every year.
You know the best thing the Mavericks could have did for Luka was traded him? I swear to God, because it lit the biggest fire under him. He's Luka Doncic, 2025-26 MVP.
No.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Take this take right now, and we're going to use it at the end of the year. He will be the MVP this season. He is going to.
You standing on that?
Absolutely.
All year?
Absolutely.
I think Shai's going to win it again.
I would not be surprised, but I do not think Shai's going to win it again. I think if Jokic didn't win it the previous year, I think he would have won MVP. Well, no,
I think Shai.
I think when you're a 68 win team, you deserve to win MVP. I'm not gonna because I do believe obviously a team is a team. But I do believe team record kind of plays into MVP from all the years I've seen it. So I do believe that
I think by the end of his career, Shai's a top 3-point guard in NBA history.
Behind Curry and Magic,
yes. Mm-hmm. Might pass Curry. Magic.
No.
He might pass Magic.
Not
Curry.
That.
I don't think Curry might be unpassable. I don't know. I love Curry. Talk about the 2010s. I've seen this. There's a conversation going around. The Gills Arena did their top 10 players of the 2010s. Which, by the way, Rashad McCants, you throw Rashad McCants. He had LaMarcus Aldridge at 6. I ain't never seen that like that in my life.
Oh my goodness.
Of the 2010s decade.
You did not just say
but
that
check this out. I think what's interesting is everyone's top 3. So everybody got LeBron number 1, including me.
Of course.
Number 2.
Steph Curry.
No.
It's not even a debate.
Kevin Durant.
No, it's not even
Kevin Durant. We have to stop playing with KD's name. Okay. I don't know what has gotten into people. Because I guess he missed the playoffs last year and the year before that he got bounced by Ann Edwards.
We're just talking about the 2010s, right?
Well, yeah, we're just talking about the 2010s, but I'm saying what he's done recently is make people forget what he was in the 2010s.
No,
in the 2010s, first of all, who was the first option whenever he played with the Warriors?
No, I'm not gonna cap to you, Steph. Like we're talking about the playoffs.
Absolutely.
No, hold on.
Kevin Durant all season and playoffs.
No. I'm gonna just give you the hard facts. When during the regular season, Steph Curry actually averaged more points. So I would say Steph and that's not like I'm just saying. You want to say who's the first?
Are you
option?
Sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
I think Kevin Durant averaged more points in regular season and playoffs both. And not only that,
you pull up Steph. I mean, no, you pull up Curry. And
I'll pull up Steph Curry stats?
No. I mean, no. Yeah. You pull up Durant. I'll pull up Steph.
Because Kevin Durant, and listen, not even just that, he's obviously too a much better defender than Steph Curry is.
Yes.
He had a couple years with the Warriors where he looked like defensive player of the year level. He was absolutely incredible.
He was absolutely incredible.
4-time scoring
with the Warriors
title.
defense.
He's led the league scoring 4 times in his career. He is the best scorer in NBA history. Aside from Michael Jordan, there's not a better scorer that I've ever seen than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is all 3 levels. Absolutely unbelievable.
Just 16, 17. What do you average?
25.
Just 25 straight?
25.1.
Steph Curry, 25.3.
2017, 2018.
What do you get? What you got?
You go first this time.
26.4.
Same as Kevin Durant. Am I on Curry or? Okay, yeah.
No. And then last
2018, 2019, how much you have?
27.3.
26.
Yeah, Steph Curry was.
So it's just the playoffs when Kevin Durant was going
of course.
crazy.
Wait,
but hang on, because check this too now.
Okay.
Go to their full stats.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want because Kevin Durant's a 50, 40, 90 yearly guy.
Steph Curry's done that. I'm pretty
50,
sure.
40, 90
I'm
yearly.
pretty sure Steph has done that more times than KD. I'm pretty sure. Now, if I just go to his Wikipedia page, I'm pretty sure he's done that more times. I think KD's only done that once, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa.
Maybe twice. I'm just being completely honest with that one.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure Steph has done that more times than him.
Whoa.
Where is this? This should have it right here. Let me go check that.
He's a 50, 40, 90. Okay, hang on. Who has more 50, 40, 90 seasons? Kevin Durant or Steph Curry?
Yeah, Steph did it. Pretty sure.
Yeah, we got a great. Is it got it? Wait, I got it.
Steph is. But KD, no, KD's done it. KD's done it twice.
KD was still the number 1 option on that team because that's why in the look they average basically the same amount of points all 3 years in the regular season. In the playoffs, there's a reason why they put the ball in Kevin Durant's hands.
Okay, I'm not
because he was the number 1 option, and not only that though.
Sit here and defer to you in terms of like I do like KD Warriors, which I do believe is PKD. I do believe that's when he was at his very best as a player. And I think at that point in time, I actually think for that, I want to say last 2 years, 2018, 2019, I think he was the best player in the world. I think he had surpassed LeBron at that point, to be completely honest. But
when did Steph Curry do that?
I don't think Steph Curry necessarily ever.
Durant's done it twice, Curry's done it once.
Yeah. So, but
that was Curry's 50, 40, 90. Unanimous MVP season,
of course, which was the greatest MVP season of all time. Of course, we're not. No, it was unanimous. It was the best. It was the best. 73-9, best regular season of all time. It's not even debatable.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was the best MVP season of all time, but I mean, it was cool.
I'm talking about just straight regular season, not like counting the NBA playoffs or finals or anything. But no, so let's get back on the topic. So
how many finals MVPs would Durant have if you switch him and Curry and who they've had their entire career? If Kevin Durant had Draymond Green and Klay Thompson his entire career,
they were
how
not
many more
even,
titles are we talking about?
Hold on, because when Curry was off the floor and he had the same Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, they were actually their record when you take out KD. Mm-hmm. And you have Steph, Klay, and Draymond. Their record and their winning percentage was substantially better than when it was Klay, Draymond, and Kevin Durant. Because you people say that, but Draymond and Kevin Durant didn't play off each other as well as Draymond and Steph Curry does. So when you change those three, it's just a different dynamic of team. Because Steph Curry obviously runs around screens a lot. Kevin Durant is more of an isolation player. So does Klay get the same touches when he's playing with Kevin Durant as when he plays with Steph Curry? Probably not, because Steph Curry opens things up for Klay Thompson more than Kevin Durant does, as well as Draymond Green. So I was
just asking.
I think when you talk about their teammates and who they've had over the career, I'm pretty sure it's very even. And if so, I think actually now with fit, I think Steph Curry's fit, but that's also
what I was about to say. That's the difference maker.
But that's because of who he is. I think if Kevin. Obviously,
what could Kevin Durant do to make OKC put better shooters around him?
That was OKC's very much. That was,
and he was there 8 seasons.
No, that was very much their fault that they. Yeah, but I don't think what they did for him during the time was also wrong. I think the guard changed because of what Steph Curry became and how the emphasis on shooting became to where you look at it and you're like, he needs more shooters on his team. Like when Kevin Martin. He used to play for the Rockets, and then he got traded to the Thunder.
Yeah.
When he went and played with the Thunder on Kevin Durant's MVP season, ridiculously good outside shooter. So, but like when you have somebody like Andre Roberson who plays elite defense,
Thabo Cephalosha,
but they can't shoot a lick.
Reggie Jackson at the time couldn't shoot
a lick. No, Serge Ibaka became a better shooter later in his career. I don't think he was that good for the Thunder. So, and obviously Russ is not a very efficient 3-point shooter. He was not as bad as he was after KD left, but of course he's not a great 3-point shooter. No one's gonna sit here and tell you that. But I think, I mean, when you just look at the overall talent KD has played with, in terms of going to Brooklyn, playing with Kyrie Irving and James Harden, going to the Phoenix Suns, playing with Chris Paul, playing with DeAndre Ayton, playing with Devin Booker, and now he's gonna go and you could throw in Bradley Beal. I don't think Bradley Beal's ever been that good. I don't even care when he was averaging 30 in Washington. I don't think he was that good ever. But
no, Bradley Beal's actually. I mean, he's underrated. Bradley Beal in his prime was very good.
Yeah,
Bradley Beal in his prime was very good. Averaging 32 years in a row in the era in which he did with a terrible team around him, pretty good.
I think it's kind of.
But he definitely fell off. He fell off a cliff.
I don't think he fell off. I think he just is who exactly who he is. I think he fell off injury-wise, but he was kind of injured in Washington too, if you look at it. I think as a player, he's not a winning player. It's not – I think even the years when they had John Wall –
I just don't think they win. I know you could talk about how talented they were. I think if you're this much of a quote-unquote – I think he just hasn't had a fit. There hasn't been a team that fit.
They had John Wall on.
Who looked at that Suns team and said, okay, we're going to have Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, and then no one else, and it's going to work?
But he had John Wall around him.
Who? Oh, you're talking about Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Kevin Durant still.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I didn't know.
No, Bradley Beal's not a winning player at all.
No, that's
Devin
what I'm
Booker.
saying. I don't. Yeah.
Devin Booker, to me, deserves a lot more from Phoenix, and
yes,
I think though that what he's doing is amazing in that he's staying in Phoenix. He's been communicating with the front office heavy all offseason. He's helping them rebuild it around him.
I like that.
I absolutely love it. He's not going to leave like a weenie, like some people would suggest him do. He's going to stay
Devin
put.
Booker, I was more. Once I seen how they repositioned themselves after the KD trade and what they did with the draft, I was very much not against. I wasn't for Devin Booker leaving. I
still think they're going to suck. I mean, if you look at the team,
yeah, they're not going to be.
There's nothing special.
They're going to be.
Jalen Green is
they're not
terrible to me. I don't think Jalen Green's going to be good at all.
No, he's also
Mark Williams can't stay healthy.
Player.
Yeah, Mark Williams can't stay healthy to save his life. He's never won either. How do you feel about the Charlotte Hornets? So I'm being told my sources, Sig, my sources, Rafe, my friends, they're telling me the Charlotte Hornets are going to the playoffs this year. That's what they're saying. They're saying Colin Sexton, the playoffs. They said in the East, in the weak East, that the Charlotte Hornets are going to the playoffs. I don't see it happening.
I don't ever like the.
They might make the play-in.
The LaMelo Ball. Whatever's going on with your ankles, you need to get those Steph Curry ankle supports or braces or whatever. Get your ankles together. You, Lonzo, Jello, those three brothers, worst ankle injuries I've ever seen in my life. They don't stay on the court, and I don't get it. LaMelo Ball, everyone sees the potential in LaMelo Ball. It's game. We've been watching it since he was 16 years old, 15, 14. Chino Hills, such a flash, such a nice game to him. Such a charismatic player. But the Charlotte Hornets franchise in my entire lifetime, when they were the Bobcats, the Hornets, has always been terrible. Kemba Walker was there. They were terrible. I like Brandon Miller. I genuinely like Brandon Miller. Love his game. I think he actually is, when you watch him, get a little better on. If he got better on defense, people don't give, but I think he could be a PG type player. I think he's not really as good on defense.
Slow down.
Wait, I'm just
talking about Paul George. Now, Paul George might be in my top 10 of the 2010s.
If we crunch it,
he might make mine. He didn't make no one else's. I tell you that, because they had D Wade, some of them had Melo, some of them had Kobe, which is ridiculous. Kobe's ridiculous. A couple of them had Dwight Howard. Absolutely insane. He had 1 or 2 good years in 2010s, and then he became Laker Dwight. Kobe had about 4. He had about 4 years.
He won a ring in that decade too.
I'm not putting Kobe over. Look, because here's probably my top 10 of the decade. If I think of it in total, let me close my eyes. Number 1, LeBron James. Number 2, Kevin Durant. Number 3, Stephen Curry.
We got to get back to that debate in just a second too.
Number 4,
I got to finish that out.
Number 4, James Harden. Number 5,
Chris Paul.
Russell Westbrook. Number 6.
D-Wade. You don't have Chris Paul? Why is Chris Paul not?
I'll go Chris Paul. I'm debating between Chris Paul and Giannis. But because I love Giannis, even though Giannis was only good for like the second half, but I think for the second half, he had 2 MVPs in that decade.
Yeah, no.
And so I say Giannis at number 7, and then 8, 9, and 10 is where it gets fishy. I think 8, I'm probably going Dame.
Of course,
9,
not for sure. Dame.
9, 9 and 10.
Kawhi. Did you say Kawhi?
Oh no! See, yeah,
Kawhi's
I forgot about Kawhi. No, Kawhi's number 5.
Like 4. No,
he's number 6. Kawhi's number 6.
No, he's 4.
He's not in front of Harden.
He's
he's 4.
He's definitely in front of Harden.
He's 4.
Got 2 rings.
I'm tripping.
Yeah.
No, he's not in front of Harden. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
No, he's not in front of Harden.
I'm
Kawhi's number 5.
No, he definitely.
Kawhi's number 5.
He's absolutely
number 6.
1,000% in front of Harden.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Okay, so let me restart. Number 1, LeBron. Number 2, KD. Number 3, Steph. Number 4, Harden. Number 5, Kawhi. Number 6, Westbrook. Number 7, CP3. Number 8, Giannis.
You gonna play AD in there?
No.
You ain't gonna play AD in this decade?
Because let me tell you why. Because number 9, I got
You said Dame, right?
Dame.
Okay.
10. Now you gotta hear me out on this. Draymond Green. I got.
Oh my
10,
God! Over AD?
Draymond. Yes. Now let me explain. though.
God!
Let me explain though.
Oh God!
Now which
you're
one?
drunk. Oh God!
You gotta hear me though. Now which one of them was better at what they do for that decade? Which one of them? And now let me tell you this though. This is why I think this though, because I hold defense in high regards. I do. Part of the reason why I got Kevin Durant ahead of Steph Curry. I think defense matters. It's really the only reason I got Kawhi over a guy like Russell Westbrook, because Kawhi's 2019 chip was probably the best chip in the whole decade to me. Amazing chip, even though the Warriors were hurt. He wouldn't have won if they was healthy.
Of course.
But defense puts him above Westbrook. Westbrook's a great defender, but he's not Kawhi Leonard. James Harden is just too good. James Harden's probably arguably the second best offensive player of the decade, or third. Draymond Green is the best defender of the decade, the best role player of the decade, the best facilitator of the decade. He changed basketball.
Best facilitator of the decade?
Along with Steph
Come on,
Curry.
Cam.
Along with Steph Curry.
Cam. Why you just say that in the camera?
Bro.
Why you just say that in the camera?
Bro,
This man just said
we gonna
Draymond
put
Green was
respect
the
on Draymond
best
Green's name.
facilitator of the 2010s.
Arguably.
No,
He facilitated the best offense in NBA history. Without him, that offense doesn't work.
Oh God, no. He's not
Without
even
him, the
top
offense
5.
doesn't work.
I don't care. He's
The best
not top.
Okay, true or false? Is he the best defender of the decade?
I think it's Kawhi. 2 defensive player of the years.
I don't care about no defensive play. Watch the game. Draymond Green.
Yes,
Draymond
watch
Green
the
is a
games.
6'6" center, 6'6" power forward out here locking up bigs and guards
now, if you
both.
want to say more versatile,
Guards
but
and
better
bigs.
defender.
Way better win protector than Kawhi. All Kawhi can do is get steals better because he has big hands, big palms, but he's not a better. No,
He's a better
They're
on
about
the
close.
defender.
They're close, but Draymond Green to me is a better defender. He's obviously a better playmaker than Kawhi. And
Yeah,
Draymond
I'll
Green
give
was
you
an
that.
underrated scorer. He had a game, I think in the finals, 32, 15,
Yeah, it was
in
a game
11
7.
or and 12 or whatnot.
Yeah, game 7.
Yeah,
He was
Draymond
nice.
is unbelievable,
That
and everybody looks past it because his stats. Draymond is my one player on my top 10 that is there despite stats. I don't care. Move the stats out the way. The Warriors aren't the Warriors without Draymond Green. Draymond Green is one of, if not the best defensive player of the decade. Defense matters to me. A better facilitator than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, anytime he was trying to do what he does, it didn't work. He had to go and play with LeBron to even get a chip. If it wasn't for playing with LeBron and playing in the bubble, it wouldn't have mattered.
That's why you
Draymond.
That's why you don't like AD.
Draymond.
That's what it is. That's why you don't like AD, because he went and played with LeBron, got a ring.
First of all, I love AD.
Oh, come
I
on.
did not say I don't like AD. I'm saying I'm not putting him above Draymond for the 2010s decade. Look at their accolades. Check their accolades out.
Now it's accolades.
No, I'm saying all this
Now
stuff
it's
matters.
accolades.
I'm saying all this stuff. Accolades, defense, facilitation.
Okay, I don't think.
And who's better at what they do? Draymond Green was the best player at what he did in the whole decade. There's not one player that was a role player, a star role player like Draymond Green. Not one single one.
No.
You could argue a few others, but he is clearly and by far the only. And plus, there's a reason why everybody in the league now, they're looking for a Draymond Green.
But they can't.
People aren't looking for Anthony Davis. No one's looking for Anthony Davis. We've seen Anthony Davis before.
No one's looking for Anthony Davis.
People are looking for a Draymond Green. Name one team that's looking for Anthony Davis.
There's
no
not
one's
any.
looking for
There's not an
There's
Anthony
a couple.
Davis.
Evan Mobley, new Anthony Davis. That we've seen prototypes like that. No one has been able to replicate. No one has found a 6'6" rim defending, playmaking big.
I don't think that's the form. I think Draymond's one of one.
He created the formula. The Warriors created the whole formula.
Yeah, but
they changed basketball completely.
Yeah,
basketball used to be give the ball to one guy. Now it's you have to move off ball. He is one of one. That's my whole point.
But there's
Anthony Davis. There's not one of one with Anthony Davis. Draymond is one.
But that's the thing. That's why I can't hear you sit. I can't sit here and hear you say, "Well, everyone's looking for Draymond Green." I don't think people are, because Draymond Green also works with the Warriors.
That's the only reason Grant Williams wasn't in the EuroLeague to start his career. The only reason Grant Williams was they tried to make him a Draymond. They tried to make him a Draymond. It don't work. Everybody's looking for a facilitating big. And I'm sorry, but that he low-key sparked. I don't think they let Jokic be Jokic until they started seeing Draymond bring the ball up the court. They started seeing Draymond do all this stuff. I'm just saying, Draymond is the prototype.
Ain't even the first big man to be doing all that. Armandus Sabonis, Sabonis' pops. Go look at him for the Trailblazers in the 90s. He was like that. He was a passing big. There's been a lot of passing big.
They wasn't letting him bring the ball up the court.
I don't
playing with the best point guard of all time. He's still bringing the ball up the court. He get the rebound and can bring it up the court.
He's still 6'6", so I just
exactly. That's the point. He's 6'6", can guard any player on the court at any time and clamp them. It doesn't matter where he's at.
Of course.
There's no one else that's done that. Evan Mobley's close.
No, he's one of one.
But he is absolutely one of one.
I think Draymond's I think he's a one-on-one player in NBA history.
So I got Draymond. I think Draymond has the edge over AD. I think he has the edge over Paul George. I think he has the edge over 2010's Carmelo. I think he has the edge over 2010's D Wade. I think he has the edge over any other player that I can think of for the whole. Because that's another thing. That's another difference here. Draymond, the whole decade was this. The whole decade from 2012 till 2020. From 2012 to 2020, Draymond Green was Draymond Green.
He was not starting.
He was starting his second year in the league.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't starting until that 2014, 2015 season. That's
his third.
That's his third year in the league. Yes,
Draymond
and
Green.
But you got to remember they had David Lee starting over him for a bulk of that, that earlier run. So
he averaged 22 minutes a game his second year in the league.
Yeah, he's gotten minutes, but he wasn't.
Let me tell you, Draymond Green.
I don't think he became that level player until
he got the minutes to do it.
No,
whenever he was in the game before he became Draymond Green, the All-Star, he was already Draymond Green. He just wasn't getting the minutes. I can't
equate a role player. And like you said, he's a star role player. I would say he's a star. I won't even call him a star role player.
He's a star role player, though. That's the point, and that's never been done.
His stats do not matter to me. Like you just said.
I agree.
His stats are he's the only player where I don't look and I'm like, oh man, Draymond only has 6 points tonight.
Let me ask you this:
everything else he does.
How many championships does Golden State have in the 2010s without Draymond Green?
I don't think they have I don't think they even have the first one.
They have none.
I don't think they go on the run they do without Draymond.
They have zero.
That's how important.
Now watch this even.
But now,
how many do they have even without Kevin Durant? Draymond Green's even more important to the Warriors dynasty than Kevin Durant. Durant.
No, you're right.
Draymond Green was so important to the team of our lifetime, of that decade at the very least. Draymond just don't get the credit he deserves because he's not stuffing the stat pad with points.
Your argument is very articulate. I'm not. And Draymond Green, shout out, man. Give your boy a shout out because this is probably the most love you're gonna get for a while. He putting him in the top 10, but. I can't equate a role. I can't equate a role player's role, even though he was the best at it, to a star player and say he is
a star. But you just said Draymond's a star player.
Okay, yeah, like you said, star player. But I still
you just want to pick a number one scoring option to go ahead of him because it's a number one scoring option and he did more scoring wise. That's it. You can't name a player that overall had
a better player.
No. I mean, I can say right now today, AD is a better player. Maybe times in the 2010s, AD was a better player, but was he a better player in practice? No. In terms of who I would choose to be on my team, it's Draymond Green at all times. If I needed a number one option on a team, I'm going to pick AD because AD can carry the load more. If I'm picking a player to be on my team, meaning I want to win a game and I just need a player that can do anything, any and all things, I'm picking Draymond Green before any other player in the league, including Kawhi, including in the 2010s decade. If I need a player who can do anything and everything, number one, I'm taking LeBron James. Number two, I'm taking Draymond Green.
That's not a bad list because I do believe Draymond is an absolutely antithesis of a winning player. So he's the ultimate winning player, like the ultimate winning. But you said a name, and I have to go back to the beginning of your list because this is I was hearing your soliloquy about Draymond, and I was pining over it because it was a good one. I'm a Steph Curry guy, so that was a great one. I'm not gonna get it.
Okay,
but what you did at the beginning of your list,
I know what you're about to talk about. I know what you're about to talk about.
That's 11 because there's no way in hell You have James Harden over
there is.
Kawhi Leonard
There
this
is.
decade.
There is.
Why?
Kawhi Leonard doesn't have
Why?
Kawhi Leonard doesn't have that finals in 2019 if the Raptors are in the Western Conference James
stop
Harden had
that.
to deal.
Let's stop
James
doing
Harden had
that.
to deal with the
Oh,
Warriors in the
God.
Western Conference his entire 2010s decade. The man had averaged 36 points and 10 assists one year, about 9 rebounds. Literally unstoppable scoring, and so an underrated defender. He was second in the league in steals 2 times throughout the decade. I'm just guessing.
He was a good off-ball defender, but let's also
James
let's also
Harden.
remember he had Luka levels of effort. He was the beginning. Of
I know, and he's still
terrible.
He had that effort on offense. He wasn't trying on offense, and he was dropping 30. He was averaging. Do you understand?
I know about his 2019 season is the best scoring season I've ever seen in my life.
36 points a game.
40. When you go bet on James Harden back then, it was
Kawhi Leonard had started for the first half of that decade. Who was he playing with?
Hold on, who was James Harden playing with for the first half of his decade?
The decade in which he wasn't in his prime. I'm talking about prime. I'm talking about in their prime. Who was they playing with?
Kawhi's a better player in their prime.
No.
Peak for peak.
No.
People don't go look at.
First of all,
you know what? Hold on.
Look at the second fiddle he had on that 2019
hold
team.
on. Let's
that was also the second fiddle team with the finals this year.
Let's take it back. Let me take it back to when Kawhi became a peak player. Let's say it wasn't the 2014-15 year because that was still more of the transition, even though he had just came off the Finals MVP. I would say his first peak year is 2015-2016. When you know how the Warriors won 73 in 9 games, people don't remember the Spurs won 67 games that year and were like 40-1 at home. And Kawhi Leonard was Defensive Player of the Year. Pretty sure he was second in MVP.
Who else was on that team?
Last year, Tim Duncan, a very old Manu, and
you talking about their ages to discredit them. Them boys were nasty in their older ages, disgustingly nasty.
But he was the leading guy.
They were nasty.
But he was the leading guy.
No, he was not.
At 2015, 2016?
No, he was not. On defense, maybe.
I just told you he was second in MVP.
Was he? Let me ask you this about Kawhi Leonard. Let me ask you this. How many points did he average?
I'm pretty sure like 25. And that's in the Spurs system. Like, hold on, man. Like,
that's helping him. You're helping him out. James Harden was the system. In Houston, he was the system.
Okay, in the 20 he I think he was second MVP the 2016-2017 year. I rephrased that. In 2015, he averaged 21 points per game, was the Defensive Player of the Year, and shot 50% from the field, 40% from the 3, 87% from the free throw line. Come on, man. Like that, yes, he was the number one option. It was still a system.
And what did they do?
What did they do that year? I believe they lost second round to the LKC team.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, do you want to talk about James Harden? I mean, Kawhi and James
Harden took the prime Warriors to game 7.
Oh my God, yes. And how did he perform? Let's not even talk about that game 7 because
no.
Let's revert back. Let's revert back. No. I'm gonna circle this back to James Harden's playoff failures. Game 5 of the 2015 season when he plays the Warriors, he put up a playoff high. He's still not clutch at all. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's not clutch at all. Kawhi's more clutch. He's not he wasn't a better player.
Absolutely.
Meaning if you put Kawhi on that Rockets team, they're not taking the Warriors to Game 7 of the conference finals. I'll tell you that right now. They're not even making it to the conference finals.
Kawhi on that 20, you remember what he was doing to the Warriors? I don't think they would have beat them, but you remember they beat the Warriors, I'm pretty sure like 2 or 3 times that year. The first game of the season when KD goes and plays, they blew him off the floor. Kawhi was that dude. If Jaja Pachulia don't put his foot under his foot when he's trying to take a jump shot, who knows what they do with the Warriors that season? I don't know. They might take them to 7 games. I don't know.
All this whataboutery is nothing to me. I'm talking about what actually happened is that James Harden took
he took
Game 7 as the whole team. He was
the whole team. And then the year before that, he got blocked by Manu Ginobili. And then Game 6, he was 2 for 11 when Kawhi wasn't even on the floor. He was terrible.
He was the whole team.
2019, he wasn't the whole team.
James Harden was the whole team. Every year he was in Houston.
Part of that team that put that 27 shots up and missed.
Whole team.
27 straight threes.
It was James Harden.
27 straight threes.
So that's why whenever they lost, he got blamed for it because he was the whole team. When they won, he should get the same credit. Correct?
Yeah, but
so how did they get to Game 7 against the Prime Warriors? It's almost like
Chris Paul was the better player. Let's not even. He was the better player in that series. Are you going to sit here? No, not.
Was he the better player on that team?
The better player on that team? No, but he was the most important player on that team.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's
so they make it. So they make it further without. You're telling me they make it further without James Harden than they would without
best
Chris
player,
Paul?
most important player. Are two different. Like you just said.
No, I'm telling you, most important means who's going to be what. How good would the team be without them? That's importance. If you take Chris Paul off that team, they have a much better chance of still making it there than if you take Harden off the team. You take Harden off the team and it's just Chris Paul and Clint Capella, I promise you they might not even make the playoffs.
They might not, but
James Harden was the team.
No, he wasn't the team. You're underplaying Chris Paul and how great he was. That's why they lost, because they didn't have Chris Paul. Because they didn't have Chris Paul. They didn't lose.
Underplaying him. I'm just saying he's much less important than James Harden was.
Much less important.
And this goes into the topic about what we were talking about the other day. Because if you want to talk about this,
help him. He does not know.
How on God's green earth do you think? Because look,
help him, Lord.
Check this out. Bring up 2022 Warriors versus 2018 Cavs.
Oh yes,
bring that up.
Oh please, this is the one I've been. Family, this is the one I've been waiting for. So a couple of days, it was like a week and a half ago, I saw Cam post on his Instagram story.
Shout out Rave.
Because if I did not see this, I wouldn't have believed it. But apparently these guys were in a debate, and this man Cam, with a straight face, says that the 2022 Warriors are on the same level as the 2018 Cavs as a roster.
I said if you take Steph Curry and LeBron off those teams, they are on the same level of a team.
Absolutely not.
They are.
Absolutely not.
They both stink.
Cavs, that 2018 Cavs team, no playmaker. Not other than LeBron James. Not
Who was
a
the playmaker
single.
for Warriors?
Steph Curry can play make. Draymond can play make. Jordan Poole can play make.
2022 Draymond, he kind of.
No, he was still playing.
But he could play make. He's always been able to play make. Draymond Green, like I said, top 10 of the 2010s.
Yeah, he's still a playmaker. Jordan Poole was a playmaker.
Jordan Poole's a bum. I'm sorry.
2022?
I'm done with the Jordan Poole. I know. I just had a grown man tell me the other day that Jordan Poole.
No, he did. DJ.
Yeah, I said DJ, you're insane.
DJ visual
and Jordan Poole
tripping. DJ
Jordan Poole. No, Jordan Poole. I'm tired of the Jordan Poole. But I'm sorry.
That season, Jordan Poole was very, very nice.
Jordan Poole, J.R. Smith.
Jordan Poole was better.
I agree, but
Jordan Poole was better.
So let me explain. Let me break this down.
Klay Thompson was better.
Let me break this down.
Jonathan Kuminga was arguably better.
No, not in 2022. Absolutely not. Let me break this down, though.
That boy, J.R. Smith was
what I said, now let me finish this whole statement. What I said was that they were on the same level of a team. Now, I still admit what Curry had around him in 2022 was better than what LeBron had around him in 2018. I'm not denying that, but I am saying they both had to carry the same level of weight for their respective teams, meaning first and foremost, LeBron had a better second fiddle in 2018 than Curry had in 2022. Kevin Love averaged 19 and 10 that year. Kevin Love was an all-star that year. Kevin Love played in the finals that year. Kevin Love was better than Andrew Wiggins was in 2022.
No, he wasn't.
He absolutely was.
Andrew Wiggins was an all-star that year.
How many points did he average and how many rebounds did he average? And
I'm pretty sure 18.
Defense? And
Kevin
plus,
Love averaged 19
let me tell you the difference, though. Let me tell you the difference, too. You want to know what? Andrew Wiggins
was way better on defense.
Let me finish my statement. This is why I said let me finish my statement.
Go ahead, bro.
Andrew Wiggins was an all-star in 2022, and it was the only year he's ever been an all-star. It was a fluke year. He wasn't really like that. He was like that statistically next to Steph Curry because you didn't have a Kevin Durant anymore. They was trying to adjust and figure it out. Kevin Love was an all-star many years other than just that 1 year. Kevin Love, it was not a fluke. That was the real Kevin Love that you got that year.
That's the real Kevin Love?
Andrew Wiggins had a random, crazy 19 and average 19 and 6, 19 and 7 all-star year that wasn't really like that. I'm sorry. He really was not like that year. At least he was a great player. He was a great player, don't get me wrong, but he was not better than Kevin Love was in the late 2010s. He wasn't.
What is the real?
Let me finish.
No, because I really do hate this. And Kevin Love, growing up, he was, especially when I saw him on Sweet Life and was at Cody, always been one of my favorite players. So I don't want to take this out on Kevin Love. But the Kevin Love on the Timberwolves, which is the real Kevin Love, was never the Kevin Love on the
that was prime
Cavaliers.
Kevin Love, but Kevin Love on the Cavaliers was still an all-star perennially.
Yeah, in the Week East.
He was still an all-star every year. Oh, so now it's the Week East.
Yeah, I mean, let's not. I'm not gonna sit here and say that.
Okay, so it's almost like Kawhi Leonard wouldn't have been able to do it in Toronto if he wasn't in the East.
No, the East that year was actually very good. Hold on. You're getting weak East confused with. I mean, there's not like there can't be outlier years.
Who was in the East that year? Say
the Bucks, who employed the MVP and won 60 games.
Yep.
The 76ers with Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. They
garbage.
Weren't poop. No.
Did you just say Ben Simmons? You
no,
said that unironically.
I'm not gonna let people do this. I'm not gonna let people do this. Act like Ben Simmons was never good.
2019 he was not. No.
Why wasn't he? He was
not
all-star. He was an all-star.
Ben Simmons was an all-star in 2019?
He was. Go look it up.
That's absolute insanity.
Go look it up. He was an all-star.
Who put Ben Simmons in the all-star game?
Because Ben Simmons...
And it wasn't a joke? They was being dead serious?
Good. What are we talking about?
Simmons.
He wasn't terrible.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT.
You ain't got to ask. Just look up Ben Simmons. All-star game. Yes, in 2019, he was... Because I remember he was on the KD team when KD went crazy.
Oh, my gosh. Benjamin David Simmons.
Yeah, 2019 All-Star.
I'm disgusted.
Why? He was good.
And let me tell you something.
He was good.
If
Draymond Green can make an All-Star game, then Ben Simmons can make an All-Star game. Ben Simmons in 2019 was very good. Ben Simmons didn't fall off as a terrible player. He didn't become the label as a terrible player didn't fully stick until 2021. He still had limitations in 2019, sure. Still a great player. Still great two-way. He's a 6'10 point guard, demigod. Come on, let's not do this. So, yes, when the 76ers had Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, J.J. Redick, and Joel Embiid, yes. Boston.
Okay, Ben Simmons. Okay, cool. Tobias Harris.
I had to sneak at it. Yeah, I had to sneak
Come on, bro.
But and then Boston with Kyrie, Tatum. Even though that was the year that Kyrie left, and trust me when I say I was so ready to get him off that team. He was great the year before, but when the guys became the guys, it would have been great to see. But yeah,
my point.
That was.
Once again, my point.
And then I'm pretty sure the Pacers were
because it's interesting. So how much worse was the East the year before that?
Let me think. Well, Boston was hurt. Kyrie and Gordon were out. The Pacers had a really good year with Oladipo that year. Good for their standards.
Did the Sixers still suck? Were they good?
They were fine. I want to say they were just pretty good.
So was the East weak?
Boston tapped that ass.
So was the East weak?
You could, that was one of the weaker Eastern Conference years. I'd say that. Yeah.
In the next year, they were so much better that it was really nice. Those were the words you used. They were really nice in 2019.
A great East year is when 5 teams are really good.
No, that's not. We don't change the criteria just because the East is usually weaker. We don't say if you have 5 teams, you're good. They were still weak. They might have been a little less weak, but they were still weak. My only point about the Warriors Cavs thing is this: Stephen Curry in 2022, you take them off that team. LeBron James in 2018, you take him off that team, especially when fully healthy. Because if Kyrie was healthy,
he wasn't on that team.
This is a whole different story. It's a whole different story.
On that team.
Check us out. Kevin Love, Channing Frye, J.R. Smith,
please,
Kyle Korver, one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Oh my God.
I would.
I don't even know if Kyle Korver was on that roster.
Yes, he was.
On the 2018 roster.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. Kyrie wasn't. You're right. But Kyle Korver actually was. I forgot Kyrie went to the Celtics that year. But Kyle Korver was definitely on that roster. And arguably, Klay Thompson was so crap in 2022.
You're not doing this. You're not doing this. I'm not letting you do this. I'm not even going to let you finish that statement.
Look, check it out.
Hell no. Klay Thompson, no, you're not doing that. No, it wasn't the same. Klay Thompson was so much better. I don't even think Kyle Korver averaged 10 points a game.
Because he wasn't getting minutes.
Because he wasn't good.
No, because LeBron's a woman. Because LeBron's a racist. LeBron wants all.
Kevin Love was on the team. What are you talking about?
No, Kevin Love was nice. But Kevin Love's black. Everybody knows that. His last name's Love. But Kevin Love, bro. Kevin Love that year is better than Andrew Wiggins 2022. Now, outside of that, I will give you the next 2 or 3 players on the Warriors are somewhat better than the Cavs. No.
The next 5.
No, because Jeff Green that year was tough.
Okay.
2018 Jeff Green was nice.
Pretty good.
Jeff Green that year was tough. George Hill that year wasn't
good. No,
Stop
he wasn't good.
George Hill. Stop playing with George Hill.
He wasn't good.
I bet you.
He wasn't good.
I bet you he was better than some of them Warriors players.
He wasn't even better
than
Gary Payton.
Who was Curry's backup? Was Jordan Poole playing point guard?
Yeah, he was the backup point guard. He was good though. He was averaging 15 points a game off the bench.
And
Jordan
on top, my point guard,
when Steph Curry was hurt, pretty sure against the Nuggets that year, he dropped 38 in the first game. He was I'm not even going to let you do this. Jordan Poole was.
What you are going to let me do is speak the facts and say that although
that roster was terrible. Yes, I'm going to let you that 2018 Cavs roster is, in terms of my lifetime, they're probably the second or third worst finals team I've ever seen in my life.
Probably the worst.
Yeah. I didn't get the.
I mean, they had a bum at the first option was a bum too, but No, I'm just
We're
playing.
not going to talk about LeBron.
No, I love
2018 LeBron's the best player to ever play
I
basketball.
love LeBron. Can we talk about, though, speaking of LeBron, he is really revealing himself to be the absolute piece of scum he is.
Oh my God!
No, I mean it's unbelievable. No, I mean look.
Oh God!
Look. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Look, we're all scum. We're all scum
Oh,
under
my
the Lord.
goodness.
We're all scum under the Lord. I'm not saying he's any worse than me. I'm any better than him. But I am saying character shows in your actions, and what he's doing to Drake right now is
Oh, my
unbelievable.
God.
It's
Drake.
absolutely unbelievable.
We know what Drake
has been LeBron's closest friend for 15
Closest
years.
friend?
They talk about it all the time in so many interviews. There's a compilation of them talking about each other.
I know that
they knew
they're-
each other's kids on a first name basis.
Yes.
Loved each other. He had this man tatted on his arm.
Yeah,
They
he
both
did.
LeBron was on stage
That's
sicko
weird.
mode with him. Singing all stuff with him.
Yeah,
As
they were
early
cool.
as last year during
They
the
were
diss
cool.
stuff, LeBron was tweeting to Al, and now he's out here singing along to Not Like Us repetitively. It's not like it's just been a couple times. Every time he gets a chance to in public, they not like us, A minor. That is so disgusting. In terms of morals, it's like, bro, that's your homie. I don't care. Even if you like the song, even if you like Kendrick too, to show outward support about when the song is literally about your friend being a pedophile, it just shows what LeBron is. And this is exactly what he does every time he's used for a political election too. Here, LeBron, come up here and bandwagon for something you know absolutely nothing about for a bag. LeBron just has no spine. No spine at all. He never has. This is why every time he thinks he's going to lose, he goes to a new team. Anytime he feels like his entitlement isn't being enforced, he goes to a new team. Every single time. It's been since the beginning of...
I can't do this.
It's been since South Beach.
We're gonna do this.
Ever since I'm taking my talents to South Beach. You don't have to do it. It's facts. LeBron James is the second best basketball player I've ever seen in my life. I'll give you that. But in terms of as a person... I will never I get it. Great dad, great role model for kids who are surface level thinkers and think, they have like a rock for a brain. Because at a young age, we all do. If you have a rock for a brain, you're paying attention to LeBron. You're like, what a great role model. He doesn't like talk about murder and he like loves his kids. Like,
What NBA player
the
doesn't
most
talk about
basic
murder?
thing. The most basic. It's the most basic like.
Did Michael Jordan talk
The
about
most
murder?
basic role player. No, but he was a gambler and he drank alcohol and he was a bad role model for kids. He was mean to his teammates and all this stuff. The fact that LeBron, all he had to do was not get arrested, not get caught cheating, and be a good dad to his kids, and everybody just acts like he's doing it. He gets extra credit. It's unbelievable.
I'm not
He gets
even
extra
doing
credit.
all that.
He gets
'Cause
extra
that
credit
has
for
nothing
being,
to do with
he
the
gets extra credit
basketball
for being
court.
a normal grown man. It's unbelievable. And then on the basketball court, no, he's great. He's an all time
Yeah,
great. Like he's the second best basketball player I've ever seen. I'm just talking about morally.
We're not doing the Drake
And
thing.
it does
The Drake
go into,
thing is ridiculous.
Well, the Drake thing just goes into like an example of the
It's
reason why he will
ridiculous.
never be better than Jordan because he's such a like. He's so like grimy. Like, you know how that's how Satan works. Satan, he puts on the face of an angel. He puts on the face
Cam, you did not
of,
just come on this podcast.
Look,
The
he
very
goes on the
first
face of
podcast
this
to
is
do
a
this. I can't believe
look,
you.
this is holy. This is holy. LeBron, this nice role model of a man. Behind the scenes, he is a punk. An absolute jerk. It's unbelievable. Michael Jordan gonna show you his flaws. He gonna do it all in front of you. He's gonna tell the kid, "I want to take a picture with you." He's gonna do it all right in front of you. I commend Michael Jordan more than LeBron James disguising his buffoonery in being a good man. I don't like it. That's just me.
Hey, there is, man. Killer Cam Major, you just came on this podcast, the very first podcast. Would fool
I'm just saying
LeBron.
it goes on current events.
It would fool LeBron. Okay, so with the Drake thing,
Mhm.
let's keep it a buck. Okay,
I'm Team Kendrick, by the way.
let's say I don't.
I'm a Drake fan too,
Yeah,
but I'm Team Kendrick.
I love them both. I love them both to this day. I'll listen to them both in the car. Won't care. I'll play a Drake song and a Kendrick song right back to back. I don't care about it. It was a friendly it wasn't friendly, but it was a competition.
That's
Kendrick won. LeBron is in LA. He went to the pop-out show. You know what? But now
Exactly.
but hold on. But now that I hear it, you know what? After I heard you say that and how they were purse close, no friends, and all this, maybe he shouldn't win to the show.
I get it if it was just a friendly diss track battle. The man literally, it's a #1 song about the man being a pedophile.
But you hold on.
That's completely different.
See,
I would never, if someone came out with a diss track about you and it blew up and it was about you being a pedophile, you will never catch me in public singing along to that song. Behind the scenes, if I like the song, I might bop it. I might sing along to it a little bit, but I will never be caught in public. And I definitely ain't going to the concert, which is definitely centered around you being a pedophile. The whole pop out was about him performing Not Like Us. That's the whole reason everybody wanted to see the pop out.
No, you're right.
That's disgusting activity, and it just shows who he is.
That was bad.
The man,
I won't give you that was a
but
bad
it's
look.
just
That's
a
bad look.
continuous. This is not the first time we've seen LeBron as scum. Like I said, politics. You think LeBron, this man, cut to the clip of him with the Malcolm X book.
Oh,
You seen him with the Malcolm X book?
I've seen him with the Malcolm X.
I just think it's. I think he was a really good man. But LeBron, what's your favorite thing in that book? It was just, bruh. He's a poser, bruh. He's a freaking poser. He's so lame.
Oh my God.
I've never seen somebody get away with being like a POS behind the scenes just by disguising it in. I started a school. I love my kids, and I've never cheated on my wife. Congratulations, LeBron. Like, what do you want? You're a billionaire. You had enough.
Man.
Like, you're great. Awesome. I love LeBron James.
God.
I'm not saying I don't. Look, I love LeBron James.
I can't tell. I can't tell. You love LeBron James, bro.
I love everybody. I do. I hope the best for
Let's
LeBron
go.
James.
LeBron's
I do think he's a great father. I do think he's a better role model than most rappers and other kids have as role models today. He's a better role model than John Morant. But I'm like, what is the like? Imagine. I just can't imagine being a grown man and being a big LeBron fan off the court. I can't imagine it. And there's too many of these guys walking around here literally like talking like LeBron James is just a great, great guy. I know. And I'm like, really, this is all it takes to be a great guy now is we don't cheat, we love our kids. This is all it takes. The bar is
it's them TikTok songs.
The bar has been lowered.
They got you, didn't it?
I mean, that's one of them. I've seen way worse than the TikTok song. The TikTok song is different. I've seen something, boy. I could show you something. Like I say, you would not believe what people do. Well, look,
fandom. Look, people do anything for clout nowadays. They cut their cheeks.
LeBron is different though.
No, LeBron
people will go crazy links for LeBron James.
No,
and I'm like,
you're
this
right
is
about
crazy.
That.
But I do think it is mostly about him on the court. I'm not saying like I get that. I get it's mostly people are addicted to him on the court. But even then, even as a player, I see him as a player the same way I see you as an NFL fan. Where it's every time as soon as they lose, you dip, you go somewhere where you think you're going to win more, regardless of your reason. LeBron could have been like, just like you're saying about Lamar Jackson, he could have been like, well, I love Dwayne Wade. I'm going where Dwayne Wade goes. I love Dwayne Wade. Cool. That's a good way to disguise I'm leaving a team because they suck now to go to a team that's winning. It's a great way to get away with it. You know what I mean?
Did that? Were the Lakers winning when he went back?
Miami won a finals like 4 years
before.
4
years apart.
And they were making the playoffs every single year with a top 5 player in the league. With a top 5 player in the league.
No, they weren't. They missed Dwayne Wade and Shaq were hurt, but they missed.
And they got Chris Bosh.
They missed the playoffs after Chris Bosh never made an All NBA team when he was with the Miami Heat.
All NBA meaning top 15 players.
He made one All NBA team. Okay, what is All Star compared to All NBA?
All Star matters a lot.
More than All NBA.
I didn't say more, but it matters a lot.
Then. I mean,
if you're an all-star, that means you're one of the best, 24 players in the league. If you're all-NBA, you're top 15.
A lot of that has to do with fan vote and all that. I don't care about all-stars as much. I care about all-NBA. All-NBA and all-defensive, because that means for the whole season, you were one of the best 15 players in the league. I will not say there is...
Look at this. This is the kind of stuff they do.
He nut on the jersey?
I don't think it's real. There's no way it's real. But the fact they're even acting like it is, it's absolutely insane. This is on 5,000 retweets. This is popular stuff. I think it's just milk because I think it would have got. Huh?
How many likes I got?
Oh my, too many.
That's insane. No, that's insane.
No, I see that all the time.
It's
absolutely it's mind blowing the lengths people go for LeBron. Tyler the Creator came out with a new album, music video. LeBron's in it. First comment I see is, "My glorious King LeBron James. Thank you so much." I'm like, bruh, y'all gotta stop with this. He's not even like, I don't know, but it's all good.
No, I would see that's
all I'm saying. Steph Curry, that's a real one.
Steph Curry's my GOAT.
Curry's a real one.
He's my favorite player all the time. March 15th, Pisces, same birthday. Steph Curry, we love you on this show. You'll never hear me slander Steph Curry.
Me neither. I love Steph Curry. He stands up for us light skins.
That's my favorite player of all time. For my favorite, not I don't think he's the best. That's my favorite player of all time, Steph Curry. I've never had more joy watching anybody than Steph Curry. But the best player I've ever seen in my life is LeBron Ramon James. He is the GOAT. I can't. At the end of the day,
no, he's not the GOAT.
No, he is the GOAT.
All right, let's do this. Go ahead.
Let's do it. He is.
Give me your entire argument for him being the GOAT. Tell me what makes someone the GOAT, what goes into it for you, and then why LeBron is that more than Michael Jordan. This is the easiest debate, by the way, to ever watch somebody on.
Please,
you're about to see a masterclass from this side.
Oh, please.
I've had a couple L's this episode.
I'll give you.
This is a masterclass on the way.
Let me give you.
I've actually only had one L.
Nah, he's had a couple, but let me give you that. I'll give you the full maps of how I determine the player. What you do on the basketball court, meaning your skill level. What you do on the basketball court. 2.
How is that determined?
Hold on, I'll give it to you. I'm just
Is it eye test? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, some of it eye test, but no, I think like what you do on the court, like what all you do when you're on the court for your team. 2, accolades. 3, like mentality. I'll say that. And then 4. I think 4 is just straight eye test. Like, that's my 4 things: your skill level, what you've done on the court, so accolades, your mentality, and the eye test. Now, number 1, what he does on the basketball court. There has not been a player in NBA history that has been asked to do more than LeBron or Mo James for his team. Never been a player that has been able to cover so many roles on a team, peak for peak. Like, there's never been a player who's been more complete than LeBron James.
I got one about just as complete, but you can keep going.
That's more complete than LeBron?
No, I said just about as
just
complete.
About? What's his name?
Draymond Green.
No, he can't. No, he's not.
You keep going.
He's not even the level of offensive player that LeBron is. But anyways, LeBron James is the most complete basketball player you will ever see in your life.
I'd agree with that.
He is
not the best.
Yeah, no, he's the best too. Athleticism, peak athleticism. I don't think anybody's more athletic than LeBron James. If we can determine like size, strength, speed, durability, I don't think there's never been a healthier player than LeBron James. Are you on the LeBron James is on PED thing?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm so glad we got that out of the way. I just don't like doing that with people. I just don't want to. I don't even want to hear that. Okay, LeBron is natural. He spends money on his body.
So I'm missing the part where he's like.
Well, I'm just saying, skill passing. I don't think there's not 5 better passers in league history than LeBron James. Scores, I won't say he's in the like even when I do like tiers of scoring. I won't
see a top 5 scorer.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I'd say bottom half of the top 10, or maybe just outside of the top 10. If I really do like the elite scores for score, but he's still he's so natural as a scorer. Like he's gonna be towards the top. He's super efficient. The way he's been able to evolve his game from era to era is also transcendent. The way he and then people don't get anything twisted. Peak for peak. I don't think there's a more versatile defender than LeBron James. More versatile. Like, so I'm just going to leave that out there. So that's that. And then accolades. Pretty sure he's, outside of, even with rings and championships, people always say, oh, well, Jordan's 6-0. Why do you only get to 6? Are you not allowed to get to 7 or 8 or 9 or 10? Are you not allowed to get to 10 finals? LeBron James did that. He got to 10 finals, 8 straight NBA finals, taking dirt teams to NBA finals. With Michael Jordan, he couldn't. I'm not even on that. He can't win without Scottie Pippen, even though he really couldn't. But who cares? He's so much better than Scottie. He was gonna win with or without Scottie, but he got Scottie. LeBron James taking dirt teams like 07, beating them against the Detroit Pistons, who have been in the back Eastern Conference Finals, been in the back finals, beating Kobe and Shaq. He beat that team by himself, 25 straight points, 4th quarter and overtime. Don't let anybody disperse. He took a garbage 07 Cavs team.
Who beat Kobe and Shaq?
That Pistons team?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The team that they beat. LeBron beat them with Ilgauskas as his second best player, with guys like Larry Hughes. This same Cleveland Cavaliers franchise that let Carlos Boozer walk after LeBron's first year with them, let his second best player walk. He didn't have a Scottie Pippen. He's taking bums like that 07 Cavs team. They got him. You know what his second best player after that was? A 37-year-old Shaquille O'Neal in 2010. Took that team to 66 wins. That's LeBron. That is LeBron James. I don't want to hear another damn person in the world say it's Mo Williams with a 2009 All-Star. Who's Mo Williams without LeBron James? Hey, nobody. You're nobody. He's nobody. Antoine Jameson, who's this guy? I don't even remember him after the Cavs season. I really don't. I don't know what he went to do or anything like that. LeBron, I've never seen somebody be able to take lesser teams as far as LeBron James. those teams that LeBron takes to the finals regularly, they get bounced in the first round. So that's another thing. Longevity, I don't consider that as
Just
big.
saying,
I don't consider that as
you're
big.
describing the 2022 Warriors when you say that too. By the way, they're out the first round without Curry. But keep going.
I mean, they were winning games without Curry that playoffs. But okay, whatever. But they were. I'm not. I already just watched. I watched you on that debate. But anyways, and then longevity is not like the biggest determining factor, and I won't even. But he has the counting stats, the all-time leading scorer, and
those don't matter at all.
Nah, I don't think they matter as much. But it's. Look, that's never like how Kareem, we thought it might not ever get broken. Like that LeBron James, that record's probably never going to be broken again. Like that,
no, it'll be broken.
No, I doubt.
Players score way more points now.
Yeah, but you'd have to do it for. I saw Nick Wright say something like if Luka averaged 35 plus for I think 16 straight years and played an average of 70 plus games, he still wouldn't even touch LeBron's record. It's ridiculous. LeBron's scoring record's ridiculous. You're never going to touch that. I'm pretty sure he's in the top 10 of every top 10 in terms of rebounds, 3-point shots, assists, all that. So he's got the counting stats.
Yeah.
Mentality. People are like
all longevity stats.
Huh? Yeah. I'm not. It's not everything, but it's something. MVPs, of course. LeBron James should have had the very first unanimous MVP of all time. But one voter wanted to give it to Carmelo Anthony in a 50-win Knicks team when LeBron James had won 27 straight that year with the Miami Heat. 27 straight. Put Jason Terry in a body bag, jumping over people like Luke. I mean, LeBron, there's so much I could say about LeBron being the best. But my entire criteria is basically I've never seen a player do more on the court than LeBron James. I've never seen somebody been asked to do more. And the fact that people to this day, when he's in his 23rd year and he's 4 years old, still expect him to go and win a ring, and then they go on Twitter and they clown him when he loses, kind of just proves my point of why he really is the greatest of all time. I won't tell you, but I see dumb people on Twitter every day. LeBron's got Luka. Can't win a ring with that. Like, do you guys watch basketball? Let me know when it's my turn. Go ahead. You can go. We can start. You go ahead and get your point off. I'm not done, but I'll go ahead. I want to
give me about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. And I won't.
First and foremost, all right.
Mm-hmm.
For a guy who earlier in this podcast, y'all can rewind it, was talking about me bringing up the Bengals being second place and my Patriots being second place and saying you like winning teams, not second place teams. It's crazy to brag about how many times a guy can be second place. That's first thing. Second thing, no matter what metric you go by, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Accolades, he's the GOAT. Championships, he's the GOAT. You want to talk about how much he meant to a team and how LeBron had a weaker team. Why does Jordan have the second highest box plus minus in NBA history behind Nikola Jokic? Whenever he was off the court, his team got marginally worse, much, much worse, the same as LeBron, just like any big superstar player like that. If you look at who was more dominant in their era. Now, LeBron James played in an era in which he was able to leave any team that he felt like he couldn't win with to go ring chase, and he still has only managed to have 4 rings in about 22 seasons. Jordan didn't ring chase at all. He stayed put, waited patiently until they could draft teammates to help him, and no one's ever won a championship by themselves. It's never happened. And he still managed to win 6 out of 16. Now, why couldn't he win more? 7, 8, 9, 10, etc.? That is because, again, nobody has ever, including LeBron James, won a championship by themselves. Have they made it to a championship by themselves? Sure. Quote unquote by themselves, even though, as he liked to mention, there was a Mo Williams 2009 All-Star. Apparently being an All-Star for only 1 year doesn't matter now, when it did when Andrew Wiggins was only an All-Star for 1 year, and I brought that up earlier in the video. But that's cool. I guess Mo Williams' All-Star doesn't matter because he was playing with our glorious king LeBron James. LeBron James, as soon as he 8 years in, as soon as LeBron James felt like he couldn't win a championship, even though he had made it to one, he had just lost it. So he had shown that he could at least he could make it happen, especially if he would have just been patient and waited. He left to go to South Beach. His first year in South Beach, after ring chasing, he loses to a team that is much worse than his on paper by far. It's not even comparable. He has a top 5 player in the league at the time in Dwayne Wade. He's playing against Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Terry, JJ Barea. JJ Barea and Jason Terry go off, beat him. Jordan has never lost like that in the finals in his life. He just hasn't. Has he lost before that? Yes, but completely different. They're not the same thing. Jordan in his prime, whenever he had teammates, he did not lose. It was impossible. He actually three-peated, left because his dad died to go play baseball, and his dad always wanted to play baseball. Came back and three-peated again. LeBron, we have never seen LeBron have close to that much dominance in the league. He had that kind of dominance in what? The Eastern Conference, which Zay admitted earlier in the video was weak at the time. LeBron James has two players in his era that are very close to him in a lot of people's eyes, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Some people argue Steph Curry is one chip away from passing LeBron James up. No one would have ever argued in Jordan's era that any player was one ring from passing him up. Interestingly enough, we bring up LeBron being number one in points all time. You know who's third in points all time on the scoring list? Karl Malone. You want to know why Karl Malone doesn't have a ring? Because Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Because Karl Malone also played with the player who has the most assists and steals in NBA history, in John Stockton. That duo could not win a ring because Michael Jordan got in their way. Of course, with the Chicago Bulls teams that he played with. But again, no team wins without being a team. It's never happened in NBA history. Even the teams like the 2021 Bucks, so you have Giannis with Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, absolutely amazing in that run, and they played the Phoenix Suns. They wasn't playing teams like Karl Malone and John Stockton with the Jazz. Michael Jordan played in an era in which defense mattered much more. There was many more defensive players. Defense was played much harder, much more physical. They came up with this thing called the Jordan rules because they couldn't even defend Jordan really. In a defensive era, he had a defensive player of the year and was 9 times first team all defense. LeBron James, less first team all defenses, 0 defensive player of the years. Oh, he should have, he would have, he could have. We say that about everything. He should have won unanimous MVP, but someone else got one vote. We talk about shoulda, coulda, woulda all we want. I'm talking about what actually happened. LeBron plays in an era in which defense is easier to play. It just is because offense is the focus of the game. LeBron ruined the sport. Look at the league whenever Jordan was playing. It was at an all-time high in ratings, an all-time high in viewership, an all-time high in every metric you can look at. LeBron James came in. He was the number one. No one could tell you that the NBA in the last 10 years or so has been better than whenever Jordan was in it. Some people will blame the Warriors. I blame LeBron James because the Warriors would never become the Warriors with Kevin Durant if it wasn't for what LeBron James did by going to South Beach because he felt like he couldn't win. He made it a ring culture thing by chasing rings. Kevin Durant said, if I want to be looked at like LeBron, I have to go win a ring. So he went to the easiest place he could win a ring with. From there, the league tarnished. Now that LeBron is slowly exiting, LeBron's barely top 10 anymore. I think he is top 10, bottom of the top 10, but he's barely that anymore. The league's getting much better. It's almost like teams are coming back, which would have remained if LeBron would have never left for South Beach. So there's a moral aspect to it as well. Michael Jordan, mentality-wise, you brought up mentality. No one on planet Earth, no one would argue that LeBron James' mentality is better than Michael Jordan's. If it was, he probably would have more rings by now. His mentality was, I'm going to ring chase, and he still couldn't win rings when he ring chased. Jordan's mentality was, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to compete and not cry. And he would get mad at his teammates. He literally, denied his teammates food one game. He was literally the ultimate mentality player. He created Mamba mentality. Kobe would tell you this himself. Kobe would not be Kobe without Michael Jordan. He literally replicated his entire game after Michael Jordan. No player will come into the league wanting to have LeBron James mentality. They might want to have LeBron James diet plan. LeBron James, you could argue, had the better career in totality, meaning he played 23 years and he was never not great. That's why he's second all time to me. It's the only reason why. If he only played 16 years and cut off, he wouldn't be second all time. Kareem would still be above him. Arguably, Magic and Kobe would be above him still. He played 7 more years, which added all these stats. And you talk about his longevity. He's top 10 in all these stats. He's also number 1 in turnovers. Why? Because it's all longevity stats. It has nothing to do with how good he was at his peak. Because how do you play 22 years in the NBA? You have 1 scoring title. You've led the league 1 time in scoring. Michael Jordan not only led the league in scoring 10 times out of the 16 years, that's domination, 10 times, but he also obviously has a higher percentage of winning in the finals and also led the league in steals 3 times. LeBron has never led the league in a defensive stat, and it is what it is. Offensively, Jordan was a better player. He averaged 30 points per game over the course of his career. The most dominant, Michael Jordan. Better mentality, Michael Jordan. More accolades, Michael Jordan. More chips in less years, Michael Jordan. Higher box plus minus, Michael Jordan. There's not one stat, not one thing you could look at except for longevity and say LeBron's better than Jordan at it. And it's just because he played more years. Michael Jordan is still top 5 all time in points scored over the course of a career, and he only played 16 years. Imagine if he played 23 like LeBron. And I don't have to engage a whataboutery. We can take that point out, and we still look at their careers alone. In 16 years, Michael Jordan did more and was more dominant for even a longer period of time than LeBron James has been in 22 years, in which he's, again, won 4 chips, all spread across time. And one of them was in a bubble. I'm not even going to take away. He had a bubble chip. It's great. It counts. It counts, and he's still 2 chips away. He's still 9 scoring titles away. He's still 4 first team all defenses away. He's a defensive player away. And he's He's one below Jordan in box plus minus. He's third all time behind Jordan. And so we could talk about how much help Jordan had, how much help LeBron needed. Jordan needed help too after his first 8 years in the league. After his first 8 years in the league, it's when he got his help. LeBron.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna just let you finish your point. Jordan got Scotty in his prime in about 1990, 1991. That's when Jordan got a prime Scotty and Dennis Rodman. LeBron James, after his first 8 years in the league, what did he do? He cried and he ran. That's the difference in mentalities between them. Again, domination, mentality, accolades, scoring, and even impact. Brand exposure, LeBron's brand will never be what Jordan's is. That's for a reason. Jordan literally revolutionized basketball. The fact that all these players can even have their own brand and make a big name for themselves like this with shoe deals, etc., is because of Michael Jordan. He trailblazed that path. Not only that, but obviously everything shows he was a better player. We just didn't live to see it. We didn't get to watch it ourselves. So we, of course, some people are going to say LeBron's better because he's our generation's best player. But if we're honest with ourselves and we look at the totality of things, how could you possibly lead the league in scoring 10 times out of 16 years you play in the league, go three-peat twice, and have the second highest box plus minus in the league and not be the GOAT when the second one you're comparing him to played 22 years, had less chips, less scoring titles by 9, less defensive accolades, never led the league in a defensive stat, and had a worse mentality according to anybody with half sense? I will give you that LeBron had a worse mentality than Jordan. I'm not even going to sit here and argue that. I think Jordan's mentality is higher. Yes, you could say he has a higher more team morale or whatever you want to say, or maybe more dog in him. All right. You could say that. When you sit here and you say, oh, he has 9 less scoring championships, how many seasons does Jordan have averaging 25, 7, and 7?
He didn't. He was winning.
Oh, no.
He doesn't need LeBron. Obviously, that's not a winning formula.
Okay, why isn't it?
25, 7, and 7. If you have 4 chips in 22 years, maybe you should do 30 and 5 and 5 like Jordan did, and you have more. Jordan obviously showed you that what he did won games. If you can win games by just scoring, why would you not do that? The difference is LeBron can't do that. He's not capable of it because, as you admitted, LeBron is not top. LeBron is not the greatest scorer. That's the only thing he's better than Jordan at is passing. That's it.
Yeah, LeBron is a. Like I said, there's not.
How many years does LeBron have averaging 30, 10, and 10?
I mean, Jordan doesn't have years.
Russell Westbrook does. Does that make him a better player than LeBron? Because he had some years with better all-around stats than LeBron? No. I mean, take everything into consideration. And you're not going to say Westbrook's a better player than LeBron because LeBron doesn't have years averaging 30, 10, and 10, are you?
No.
Because that's not the metric. You don't say who had a better.
I don't sit here and say, oh, scoring titles is the be-all, end-all. I just genuinely.
I didn't say that either. I said scoring titles plus championships plus impact plus domination plus box.
You led with scoring titles. Like, I mean, you didn't lead. You led with championships. And then you were like, oh, he's got 9. He's got 9. Yes, okay. But like you said, LeBron is third.
Defensive stats, playing in a defensive era.
Okay. He was a great guard defender in a weaker guard defending league, but okay.
In a weaker guard defending league?
Yes. John Stockton was
lockdown. Gary Payton was locked down.
Yeah, because they when you go into a league where you have to play guards,
they wasn't even calling fouls.
No,
they call fouls like crazy.
Yes, that's another thing. But when you play in a league where you got to think it's a different level of basketball where the point guards are not scorers. It is easier to be an all-league defender in an era where the guards are not scorers. Jordan also played in a less competitive, less in terms of skill-wise basketball era. So yes,
it looks like that because he was so much better than everybody else.
Like that. It is that. That is a less skilled era of basketball.
You're just helping me by saying there was people that were closer to LeBron. Jordan was so much better than everyone in his era. Everybody. And you know how many players played in Jordan's era that also played in LeBron's? You know their eras weren't that far off, right? You know Jordan retired like 2 years before LeBron got into the league.
He retired.
Shaq played in both eras, correct?
He retired the year.
Shaq played in both eras, correct?
Yeah.
Kobe played in both eras, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Gary Payton played some in both eras. Karl Malone played some in both eras. Tons of players played some in both eras. And nobody on planet Earth is going to tell you that the 90s was so much worse than the 2000s when LeBron couldn't get a ring. They wasn't. If the 2003 Pistons...
You said the Kobe and they didn't play... the bulk of LeBron's prime is in the 2010s. Let's just be honest about that. Yeah, I mean, he started off in the 2000s, but most of the bulk of his prime is the 2010s.
Right.
And there are the 2010 era of basketball in terms of player for player. I mean, even the 2000s, when you look at Tracy
McGrady. It's not better
McGrady,
than the 80s.
I disagree. When you look at, I mean, you think...
You can go through your top 10. How many players were from the 2010s and how many players were from the 80s and 90s?
Hold on,
you can do 2000s plus 2010s and then do 80s plus 90s. It's about equal.
It's about it's about no, but
it's about equal in terms of all-time greatness. The only difference is Jordan was so much better than everybody back then. LeBron is right there with the players. I'm talking about
if you look at when did Jordan dominate, which was the 90s.
He was dominating in the 80s too.
No,
he just wasn't winning.
Dominating. Okay, well, I take dominating is different. Dominating to either when you're getting to the finals.
Okay, well, but by that case though, LeBron has never dominated. Just making it to the finals is not dominating.
It kind of is.
Just making it. So now second place matters. So earlier, I need you to retrack what you told me earlier.
If
about
the Bengals were making it to the Super Bowl year after year after year after year after year, it would be a lot different. And even winning some.
LeBron is the best at all time of being second place. Say that. Tell the camera that
LeBron is the best all time of taking teams that he's got to
second place.
He's got 2 finals losses on his career where he's taken teams that wouldn't even make it out the first round without him to the finals. So if you want me to sit here,
do you think the Pacers are going to make it out the first round this year?
I doubt it. But
okay. So Tyrese Halliburton just took a team that you don't think can make it out the first round without him to the NBA Finals. After taking them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Is that domination? If he continues to do that, is that domination? If Tyrese Halliburton takes the Pacers to the finals the next 3 years, is that domination?
No, because Tyrese Halliburton has a much better team around him than LeBron had. LeBron's taking teams that are legit. No.
The Kyrie Kevin Love team, 2018, yes, that's the only year.
2007.
2007 was a completely different.
They were terrible.
You can tell me. No, they were, but who was he playing against?
The best team in the Spurs. One of the best dynasties.
No, I'm talking about in the East.
East, the Pistons.
He didn't have no all-time teams to beat.
That Pistons team was,
and the Pistons in 2007 were not the Pistons of 2003. They fell off completely. And plus, the only reason the Pistons were that good in 2003 is because they was a defensive team. It's not like he had. All I'm saying is this too.
He's going up against a defensive team.
All I'm saying is this too. When everybody argues for LeBron,
player.
We have to argue about the times he was second place. He was second place 9 years in a row. He got there and lost 9 years in a row. No, Interestingly enough, we don't have to say that for Jordan. We can say he won no matter who you put in front of him. In his prime, Jordan did not lose in the finals ever. Ever. He won six. He really six-peated. His 6 straight years in the league, he won the finals. And he had the second highest plus minus in NBA history.
That same Bulls team, they go and they beat 6-0 too.
This is what about Tree.
They do not play. The teams LeBron played in the finals.
How does he have the second highest plus minus?
We'll get all that.
Do you know what that means?
The teams LeBron has played in the finals are substantially better than the teams that Jordan played in the East or in the finals.
Watch this. What does plus minus mean?
Yes, and LeBron's third. He's right behind him. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're acting like without Jordan, the Bulls are still great. Without Jordan, the Bulls stink.
Not. I mean,
even in that era.
But this is where people lie.
The same as LeBron.
When Jordan, but when Jordan left, what were the Bulls the very next year? What were the very next year when the Bulls left?
I don't know, but I know it's plus minus was second all time.
They were third in the East, and Scottie Pippen was third in MVP voting, and they lost a Game 7 in the second round.
So you know what,
LeBron? No, stop that, because I'm gonna. That's how I counter your argument when you just sit here and say, "Oh, LeBron." When you take LeBron and Jordan off the same team, when Jordan left, when Jordan left the Bulls, they were third in the East. When LeBron left the Cavs, they were picking first in the. That's my point. Who did they have? Who did Jordan have?
That's the point. He had
LeBron
had Kyrie on his team.
I'll tell you what Jordan had.
LeBron had
He had
Kyrie
a
and Kevin Love.
competent front office. He had the best GM in the game, Jerry Krause.
Oh my God.
He had a competent. He had an actual. This is the thing that people don't get about the Jordan LeBron thing. Jordan had a co-star who was also top 5 in the league. Scottie Pippen was a top 5 player in the 90s.
Top 5 in the league.
When did he had to go and leave Cleveland to go
Scottie Pippen was not always top 5 in the league.
In the 90s?
Yes,
he absolutely was top 5.
Then tell me how.
I'm not giving you.
Can you tell me how? Can you tell me how Jordan's plus minus was second all time if they were so good without him?
What do you keep talking about plus minus for? I'm telling you what actually happened.
I'm telling you what actually happened too. Do you know what plus minus means? You're dodging
when you just sat there, you just said no. You just ran from this. This is exactly what you just did. When I just said, "Oh, Cleveland were picking first after LeBron left," who did they have? Well, that's the problem. That's the point. When Jordan left, he still had the problem is the Bulls were still a great team without Jordan. Well, I'm sitting here saying that they would have won rings without Jordan. Hell no, I don't think they would have won rings without Jordan. But they were still a great team.
I'm just confused
Jordan.
as to how.
That's the thing. Jordan, as great as he is,
when he was on the floor, they sucked.
Huh?
The next year after he left, they might have been better. I don't.
No,
great. I'm talking about I'm talking about the years he played without him. They stunk.
Yes, but I'm saying you also keep undervaluing.
What matters more, the 1 year after he left or every year that he did play?
My guy, this is
What matters more?
I'm trying to make a point
Can you answer that
about
question?
LeBron. When you sit here and talk about second place, yes, LeBron has a lot of losses in the finals
the GOAT at
because
second
he's
place.
taking
He is.
terrible teams to the finals, teams that Jordan would never be able to
He took
take to
one
the
terrible
finals.
team to the final. Two terrible teams. Two in 22 years.
And then the third
In 22
and then,
years.
third finals
He also lost. He
also
also lost to a team that he should not have lost to in the finals. Did Jordan ever do that? Did Jordan ever lose he never lost a playoff series where he was not favorited. Ever. You can look this up. There was never a playoff series Jordan played in which his team was favorited that he lost.
But did he? That's
never.
the thing.
LeBron
has
many
done
times,
that
multiple
as,
times.
as an underdog.
Multiple
beat
times.
teams that he wasn't supposed to beat.
Once.
That's multiple times. In
20,
playoff,
the
in different playoff
3-1
series, he's
comeback
done
was the only finals where he did that. And he had he
OKC,
also
they
had
weren't
plenty
favored.
this year. Were the Lakers not favored to beat the Timberwolves this year?
Yeah, they lost that. But again,
And they lost.
But he's 20. He's in his 22nd year.
See, now we make excuses for him. But if he were to succeed, you'd be like, oh my God, look how good he is in his 22nd year.
Because Luka would have been the best player on that team. I'm talking about the team with his prime years. I don't care. I don't like a lot of this, what he's doing right now. This is the thing. This is another thing why I say he's the GOAT. You're sitting here saying, oh, were they favored to win? He's in his
All I know is my
23rd year and he's not his.
I can say this with certainty.
I'm not sitting here.
I can say this with certainty because he did this in
what are we
16 years.
talking
That if
about?
my GOAT,
Did I expect the
I can
Wizards
say
to
this.
go win a
I can
ring?
say this that if my
when
GOAT
he-
played
when
22 years, he would have
couldn't.
many more. He would have
He
many
couldn't.
more than one scoring title, at least more than one.
Who cares?
Kevin Durant
about
has
scoring
4.
title?
Kevin Durant alone has 4 scoring titles. Insinuate
Yes,
that
these
he
are
was the
players
best in
who
the league in
only
scoring.
go out there and score. They are not.
That's
the
all Michael Jordan
passers,
did. So
LeBron.
Michael Jordan didn't lead the league in steals 3 times.
Okay, but what are you switching into defense for? You keep
Because
if you want to talk
defense
about
matters.
because
I'm
you're not
saying-
sitting here and talk about
you're saying
scoring
all Michael
titles.
Jordan does is
No, because
score.
you're sitting here talking about scoring titles. So let's stick to scoring titles.
if I can
Kevin
6
Durant
feet-
has 4.
watch
Well,
this.
does
Watch
Kevin
this.
Durant have any where does he have any season where he is averaging over 7+ assists?
If I can 6P without passing the ball, do you want me to pass the ball so I can say, hey, look, I can
Passed the
pass?
ball, but he didn't like.
He didn't have to pass the ball. It's
Yeah,
called
because
being the
Scottie
GOAT.
Pippen was a better passer
It's
than him.
called
He
being
didn't
the
have
GOAT.
to.
It's
No,
called
it's
being the
called
GOAT.
you have players on your
It's
team
called
who
I
can
lead-
do
it's
different
called
roles.
I lead the league. It's called every single year.
I have teammates who can do roles that you don't have to
Because
do.
LeBron never played with D-Wade. He never played with Anthony Davis.
He was D-Wade a better passer than him.
D-Wade was a better
Was
player than
no.
Scottie Pippen.
You can. I don't think
And he
so.
and also
I don't
Jordan didn't
think
have to
so.
leave. By the way,
I don't think so
I'll
because,
keep
like
throwing
you
that in,
said,
'cause Jordan didn't have to leave.
defense. Scottie Pippen was also a
D-Wade
better
was
defender than Michael Jordan.
D-Wade was arguably
We're
the
talking
best
about
shooting guard defender of his era, aside from Tony Allen. he
No,
was the best
he
blocking.
wasn't better than Kobe.
He was the best
He
blocking
wasn't-
defender of his.
I don't
of his
even
era.
know if D-Wade has.
He has more
does he
blocks
have-
than any shooting guard of that.
Okay,
of that era.
blocks. Does he have defense? Does he have all defensive teams?
Oh, those matter now.
I
Tell me
didn't
those
say
matter.
they didn't.
Tell me those matter
I
now.
never said they didn't.
So who's a better defender, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
I know. See, this I said.
So you said
peak for
versatile.
peak.
Who's a better
Yeah.
defender?
Peak
LeBron
for peak.
James?
I think peak for peak. LeBron James is a better defender.
Then why does he have a defensive player of the year?
Why doesn't
In
he have
a
defensive player of the
non-defensive
year?
era, why does he not have a defensive player of the year award?
Do you? I mean, you said don't bring up 2013, but I mean, if you're gonna,
I'm just saying you can do what it should, could have, would have. I don't have to
No,
do
but
that
that's
for-
what you're
'cause
sitting here
my GOAT-
asking
'cause
me.
my GOAT has a
He
defensive
played
player of the
in
year
a-
in a defensive era,
And
and he led the league in
and
scoring
a
and
defensive
steals 3
era,
times. When
and a
did Le-
defensive.
when
The
did
80s
LeBron lead
weren't the
league in scoring?
defensive
When did
era.
LeBron lead
The
the league in
90s were.
scoring?
The
When did-
90s were the defensive era, and Jordan
And
doesn't
Jordan-
have. No, he doesn't have one in
He
the
has
90s.
9 first-team all
But he doesn't
defensive
have a
period.
defensive player of the year in the 90s.
He has first
He got it in
he has
88,
first team all
where
defensive
they
teams.
literally
He has first all
go
defensive
back
teams.
and you can go back and look at it, and it's been proven where his stats have gotten inflated from that
No, that's
defensive
a
player.
LeBron myth.
No, that's a actual thing. That is the actual truth. Go to NBA.com and watch some of them Jordan games where they have him having 5, 6 steals, and you can go watch the game in its totality, and he has 2 steals or 3 steals, but they're giving him 5 and 6. They're cooking the books, and you want me to sit here and I'm not. I mean, he can have the defensive player of the year. It's great. I'm not gonna sit here and
Not only
take it
that,
away
9
from
first team all
it, but-
defense and 3 times
Yes,
steals leader.
and he
too.
wasn't even
Mention
the
those.
best
Go ahead,
defender
mention
on
those.
his team. That
Go
was
ahead,
Scottie
mention those.
Pippen, but he wasn't. And he wasn't the best passer on his team. That was also Scottie Pippen. Wasn't the best rebounder.
But he was the
on the
best
team.
player in the league.
Okay, that's good. But LeBron on every team he has to go to has to be the best. He has to be the best scorer, defender, rebounder, assister, 3-point shooter.
He doesn't have to be. He just happens to be.
Yes,
That's
he
what
does
happens-
because they don't
He
build
just happens to
complete
be.
teams around LeBron.
Oh my.
And LeBron is such great of a player. This is the myth people think. You don't have to
complete
put.
teams around LeBron.
They don't. Did he have a complete team in Cleveland?
Did he have a complete team to beat the
No.
Mavericks in 2011?
Ask me. Did he have a complete team in Cleveland?
The first time?
Yes.
No.
Of course
Did Jordan have a complete team his first 8 years in the league?
What do you mean?
Meaning LeBron's first 8 years in the league, he was with the
They
Cavs.
gave
The first 8 years in the league.
Did LeBron ever have a second best
Don't
player?
answer the question.
No.
Answer my question. Yes or no? Did Jordan's first 8
They
years in the
lost.
league?
They had a complete team. They
did not have a complete team. If they did, he would have won every year.
No,
he was averaging
maybe
37.
because they just weren't good enough to beat the teams that were back then.
Maybe he was averaging. Maybe it's because he played in the Magic.
Yeah, he was averaging 37,
era
and that's exactly why they were losing, because averaging 37 a game isn't going to get you any
wins. Then how they win in the
90s?
'90s whenever he averaged 31?
He didn't. Okay, 31, 32. That's 5 less points a game. You're not going to win averaging 37.
You're still leading the league in scoring.
Yeah, in a weak scoring. Yeah, I bet LeBron could go back and do that too if he played in the 90s where the scoring.
And check this out, in the 80s, who was winning the championships in the 80s? Answer my question.
The teams.
No, players.
No, teams.
It was Magic and Larry Bird.
No, but Magic with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy and Byron Scott.
You're helping me out.
No, you're helping me out.
So Jordan was supposed to win in the 80s?
No, I didn't say he was.
How was he?
But I'm also saying LeBron was not supposed to win with teams that are way less better than his teams. I mean, with way better teams. You're sitting here you're gonna count. Well, he's supposed to beat the Warriors, the best team of all time.
No, I'll repeat this again.
Of course not. He's not gonna.
He was supposed to beat the Dallas Mavericks.
Yes, absolutely. That's the
Name
one
a team
blemish.
Jordan was supposed to beat that he didn't.
That's the one
Name a team Jordan was
blemish
supposed to beat
on
that he didn't.
LeBron's
Name a team
record
Jordan was
that
supposed to
I
beat.
will never.
Where's the blemish on Jordan's record?
What is the blemish?
Where's the blemish on
Jordan?
Jordan? That's the blemish on LeBron's record. Where's the blemish on Jordan's record?
In 1990, why couldn't he beat the Pistons? 1990.
Because the Pistons had a complete team.
And so did Jordan. They didn't, go back and look at the team that the Bulls had in 91 where they won the ring, and look at the team in 1990 when they lost to the Pistons. They were the same team. And also, they just weren't as good because they couldn't win. Also, that's the difference. He lost the series. Yeah, because he can actually lose. I mean, it's not like, he
didn't do it often, though.
Oh, he did.
No.
He went, yeah, he did.
Not very often.
No, he did.
It's 16 years. Jordan accomplished more than LeBron has in 22. And it's a sad case. And LeBron's done it in an easier era while ring chasing, while leaving a team whenever he feels like he can't win.
Stop this.
While leaving the team when he feels like he can't win.
Yes, it's an easier era with the Warriors, the greatest team of all time. It's an easier era with the Spurs.
That was 2 years.
That was
with the Spurs. 2 years. The
one of the best dynasties of all time.
KD was on the Warriors 2 years.
No, it was 3. It was 4 years. He played them 4 years.
He was on the Warriors 2 years where they won the chip. Kawhi won one of the years when KD was on the Warriors. If Kawhi can do it, why can't LeBron? Why couldn't LeBron?
Because LeBron went to the Lakers.
If Kawhi could do it with Pascal Siakam,
second best player?
No, I'm talking about
Lance
before
Stevenson?
this. I'm talking about before this. In 2019, Kawhi won.
Okay,
with the Raptors,
LeBron was on the Lakers.
No, and I'm not talking about 2018 specifically.
But you keep saying 2019.
The 2 years before that, why couldn't LeBron do it? If Kawhi could do it in 2019, why couldn't LeBron do it the 2 years before that?
The 2018 roster? You expected him to beat the Warriors?
2019, Kawhi.
I didn't say 2019. I said 2018.
What was different between that roster and 2019?
Kawhi had an actual team around him in 2018. 2019.
He did have Spicy P.
Yeah. It's Pascal Siakam and Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka. He had a better team and Kyle Lowry.
Was Marc Gasol better than Kevin Love?
It was Kyle Lowry was.
No,
in 2019. Okay, but that's the thing. You keep talking about one player. I'm talking about the whole team. So in 2018, you can sit here and say whatever. He's not going to beat the Warriors. I agree.
He shouldn't have won in 2018.
Okay, in 2017, was he supposed to beat the Warriors with that team?
Did they have Kyrie?
Who did the Warriors have?
No, I'm just asking. Did they have Kyrie?
Yeah.
Is he better than Pascal Siakam?
What does that have to do with the Warriors?
If Kawhi in 2019,
I don't care about
2019 with Pascal Siakam,
they beat the Warriors. You've already admitted on this podcast they beat the Warriors because they were hurt. We're talking about a fully healthy Warriors squad. I don't give a damn about the Warriors without KD for the first 4 games.
I don't know who would have won.
Yeah, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have won fully healthy.
I saw Kawhi beat a team that was better than the Raptors that year. Before that,
to beat the better team than the Warriors though.
The 76ers were better than that Raptors team.
But were they better than the Warriors?
Who? The Raptors?
Was that what's it called? Was that 76ers team better than the Warriors? A fully healthy Warriors squad. No. Okay, nobody was. That's my point. I don't expect.
But I just love all the LeBron argument is built completely on shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
No, it's not.
Michael Jordan's entire argument. Michael Jordan's entire argument is built on what actually happened.
Was he supposed to be any of these teams? Well, other than the Mavericks,
take the 80s out. You could take his entire 80s career out. He still had a better career than LeBron. Ain't that crazy?
Other than the Mavericks.
Look how crazy this is, y'all.
Other than the Mavericks,
you could take out all the 80s. Watch this, y'all. Take out all the 80s. Michael Jordan still had a better career than LeBron James.
But he didn't.
If you just give him a decade, he had more chips. He had more first team all defensive teams. He had more scoring titles in just one decade than LeBron has had in 22 years. Double that, more than double that. He still. You could take out the 80s. I don't care.
In that
Let's just
decade,
talk about what actually
LeBron
happened.
Went to 10
LeBron's argument is built on what he could have done if the Warriors weren't there to stop him. The Warriors.
No.
The Warriors got in the way.
The Warriors, the best team
no
of
one
all
getting in the
time.
way of Jordan's.
Yeah.
They was the best team of all time because they played in LeBron's era. Let them play Jordan's era.
They would still be the best team of all time. What are we talking about? Like, stop it. The Warriors were better than any team of all time. They're the best team of all time. No, they are. There's no shoulda, coulda, woulda. The Warriors are the best team of all time. There's no shoulda,
would beat the Bulls. We would never know because we didn't see the Bulls lose in the 90s when Jordan was on the team.
Yeah, because he didn't have to play a team like the Warriors.
He had to play instead two of the greatest players of all team. That if the Warriors had to play in an era with that they had to play, the players would look a lot better. But the reason they look like they suck, like Barkley, for example, the reason Barkley looks even worse than a Garnett or a Dirk to anyone is because they didn't have to play them. And there is no blemish on Jordan's record. There's blemish on LeBron's record multiple times. Actually, no, there's multiple blemishes.
No, there's a blemish. 2011 Dallas. There's not another blemish.
Last 3-4 years are blemishes.
He's
old. He's old. Retire then, bum.
Who is he supposed to beat?
Retire then,
Who is he supposed to beat? Did he go into the Timberwolves?
The Timberwolves. This year, he was supposed to beat the Timberwolves.
Is he the best player on the team?
No.
Why is it LeBron's fault?
Because he...
Why is it LeBron's fault? No, you're helping mine. You're helping mine.
LeBron had a better player.
What are we talking about?
LeBron had Luka Doncic on his team and couldn't get past Anthony Edwards. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. He couldn't get past Anthony Edwards with Luka Doncic on his team.
He couldn't get past Anthony Edwards
with Luka.
With Luka.
Yeah.
LeBron's not the best player on the team. Why didn't Jordan win with the Wizards?
He's still top 10.
Why didn't Jordan win with the Wizards?
He would have if he had Luka Doncic.
No, he wouldn't. No, now we're doing woulda, shoulda, coulda. Yeah, why didn't he win with the Wizards?
Kwame Brown.
Oh, because he had Kwame Brown
instead of Luka Doncic.
What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah, pick that cup up. Luka Doncic. If Luka Doncic was on that Wizards team, I guarantee.
Why didn't he
didn't have Luka Doncic?
No,
because he didn't have Luka Doncic in his prime.
They were in the playoffs before he had Luka. They were making the playoffs before Luka got there.
Because he had Anthony Davis.
No, Anthony Davis wasn't playing, and they were still winning. Anthony Davis wasn't playing, and they were still winning. What are we talking about?
To the Wizards. Give Anthony Davis to the Wizards.
They don't make the playoffs. We saw him with the Pelicans. They weren't making the playoffs most of the year.
Tonight, like I said, 10 scoring titles to 1, 6
Nobody
championships
cares.
to 4,
25-7-7,
6 championships to 4,
10 to none,
9 first team all defenses to 5,
10 to none,
5 MVPs to 4. I mean, just there's not one thing he beats him in, and he played 7 last year. It's honestly embarrassing to even argue for LeBron against that. But the fact we didn't live in his era, of course, we're just gonna act like LeBron's better. I understand. I would do the same thing if I was naive.
One team Cam told me that LeBron should have beaten. That's the thing. Like,
the difference is
there's no difference. The thing is, LeBron had to play better competition. As simple as that.
And
he had to play better teams in
2 years.
All of them. That Spurs team.
The Timberwolves this year?
No. Talk about the finals. I don't care about what you're talking about these last 4 years where he's not even
I wouldn't care about these last 4 years either.
No, because I don't care about Jordan's Wizards years either.
That's smart.
I don't even count the year where Jordan came back in the
it's not the same
I don't
thing.
even talk about the year that Jordan came back and lost.
He came back from
now it's not the same thing. Jordan came back and lost, and he was as old as LeBron is right now.
He
was losing. I don't give a damn who he didn't have.
So now you don't care who they have.
No, because what you're sitting here talking about is what he did, right? We're talking about what he did.
Do they need help or do they not need help?
What are you talking about, dude?
Do you need help?
I'm not
You
even
don't care about the help no more.
I don't care about LeBron's last 4 years in the league because they're not his prime. No, they're just not his prime.
I wouldn't either.
They're not his prime.
You're smart.
He's not his prime. They're not his prime.
I
talk about his prime. His prime careers and what you did in your prime.
He was losing in his prime.
Yeah, because he played better teams in his prime. Was Jordan also not losing in his prime?
No, because Jordan wasn't going to lose.
No,
that's the difference.
But he did.
Jordan was the GOAT, so he wasn't going to lose. He wasn't going to lose.
He lost to the
That
Pistons.
wasn't his prime.
That was his prime.
No.
What you did? He won an MVP. Did he not?
His prime. It still wasn't his prime.
Oh my God! Yeah,
his prime was when he six-peated. His prime was when he won every single year.
That's the best thing Jordan fans can do. His prime's only when he wins. Like, no, he was in his prime years before that. He just lost, but I didn't sit there and blame him for losing because he lost to better teams. That's the thing. When you
the difference is they don't look better because Jordan doesn't lose.
You lose to better teams. It just doesn't matter.
You lose to better teams because there's a better player on your team.
Because losing in the second round isn't looked as he lost in the finals. Yeah, because you couldn't get your team to the finals.
What's crazy
you can lose in the second round, and that's looked on.
There was never an opportunity where Jordan lost to a better. There's never an opportunity where Jordan lost to a worse team.
There's never been a time Jordan's beat a better team.
Oh, multiple times.
Never.
Multiple
Not
times.
once.
Multiple times.
Pistons were better than him, he would lose. When the Bulls,
the reason the
when
team
the
doesn't
Celtics
look
were
better
better
around
than
him,
he would lose.
He says that, but then he dodges the plus minus. Then how is it that Jordan has the second highest
lose.
plus minus of all time? And
he
when
would
he was
lose.
off the court, when he
would lose. When he left, They got third place.
I'll talk about me too.
I'm not hearing
So that 1 year after he left matters more than all his whole 16-year career, ladies and gentlemen. That matters more. His 16-year career, he had the second highest box plus minus in NBA history, and he's running from that.
Yes.
That plus minus means when you're off the court, how good is your team? That's what it means. And it means when Jordan was off the court, he was second all time in how important he was to his team. And instead of addressing that and acknowledging it,
he was so worse.
I know. And Jordan. So I'm saying. So
what are you by points and percentage? Who gives a damn? Jordan played on a better team. Simple as that.
No, it looks better because he was the GOAT. He made him look better.
On
he made him better.
Team.
He wasn't running from competition either like a
Scottie
woman.
Pippen was a top 5
player. My GOAT didn't run like
a
woman. My GOAT was a man.
He also had a top 5 player on his team.
My GOAT was
Why
a
would
man.
he leave?
My GOAT was a man.
Why would you leave when you have a top 5 player in the league?
LeBron had a top 5 player on his team too. He ran to him because he needed to win a chip, and he lost.
In Cleveland?
And he lost.
In Cleveland? In Cleveland, he had a top 5 player on his team? Tell me the top 5 player on his team. No, because you keep skipping over that. That's why he left.
And you're skipping over Jordan's first 7 to 8 years.
No,
when he didn't have a top 5 player on his team.
What are you talking about?
Jordan's first 8 years in the league, he did not have a top 5
player in the league. They were. See, the thing about what Jordan fans never get is they sucked. Even when they were making the playoffs and losing to the Celtics, their record sucked so much they could actually get a top pick in the league. He was playing in an era with
Magic and Larry. When LeBron was playing with the Pistons were winning chips. The Pistons were winning chips in that decade. And
also Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq was the first 3 years before LeBron even got to the league.
No, they got he got there. He won a ring. He also
won season while LeBron was in the league. Kobe was with Shaq.
Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, they're just a dynasty.
Like the Magic.
Yeah, they're just a dynasty.
That's not like the Magic and Larry Celtics, and that wouldn't be a dynasty.
They're not.
Jordan's era.
What are we talking about? They won more.
You know what's funny?
They won more than the Celtics. What are you talking about? The Tim Duncan Spurs won more championships than the Bird Celtics
because they played against Magic and Kareem.
No,
if the Spurs played in the '80s, they would have 0 chips. Zero, none. If the Spurs played in the '90s, they might have one chip. No, if the Spurs, if the Dynasty Spurs won, if the Dynasty Spurs played in the '90s, can I stop? If the Dynasty Spurs played in the '90s, they'd have 2 chips, and it would be the 2 years Jordan retired. That'd be it. So that's the difference. Is all these teams that were able to build dynasties and run the 2000s and 2010s, they only got to do it because they played in the LeBron era, where the GOAT of the era wasn't hard to beat.
Because
Dirk Nowitzki showed it. Dirk
better.
Nowitzki would have never beat Jordan in the finals ever.
No, and I just said that. I said that. That's the worst thing about LeBron's career.
What's
is that
the worst thing about Jordan's?
Finals.
Losing to the Pistons. Who had already won chips?
Never beaten a team.
Who had already won a chip? Who had already won a chip?
Never beaten a team that you weren't supposed to beat.
Dirk never. They wasn't favored against the Pistons that year. You can look it up.
That's Jordan the thing. LeBron goes and beats teams he wasn't.
And loses
the teams
and loses the teams he's supposed to beat.
He lost one team. Jordan never did it.
No, he's done it.
Lost to one team.
He did it again this year. But
I'm pretty sure the Magic. If I go back and look at the books. That he was supposed to beat that Magic team that he came back and lost to when he came in baseball. But like you just said, it doesn't matter.
What team? When he came back from baseball, he three-peated.
They were when he came back from baseball and lost to the Magic?
He three-peated.
When he came back from baseball and he lost to the Magic. They were favorite in that series.
So you're telling me that Jordan didn't three-peat and then retire and play baseball and then
Are you going to sit here and just not talk about Jordan coming back and losing to the Magic?
In the playoffs?
Yes, he lost to the Magic in the playoffs. 95. He came back in
95. So in 95, he lost to the Magic.
Yeah.
So how many years was Jordan gone playing baseball?
A year and a half. 18 months.
So you're talking about the second half of the second year he came back?
They were favored to beat the Magic. But you just told me he never lost to a team he was favored to beat. They were favored to beat the Magic.
Coming off, and also,
here we go.
That's not a full season.
Oh, it's not a full season. But he was favored to beat them and he lost to him, right?
Yeah. And that's debatable too. Who was on that Magic team too?
Oh, now we care about who was on the team.
Watch this.
Now we care about who was on the team.
No, watch this.
Now we care.
No, you care.
No, you.
No, I'm feeding into you. I'm helping you. I'm
saying, you're not helping me out.
If we care,
no,
I am.
But he was favored to beat him.
Your whole argument is built on.
But he was favored to beat him, and he
LeBron
lost.
needs help because he can't beat anyone. He can't beat anyone. He needs help. In 22 years, he has 4 chips because he can't beat anyone.
No,
he needs help.
I said he played better competition.
He runs when he can't win, and he still can't win.
He
runs when he can't win, and he still can't win. It's depressing. I would be depressed if Jordan left.
I'd be depressed if I had to play better competition too. Yeah, when you look at Jordan and he's playing teams,
the reason the competition looks better is because he's
like
the
Trailblazers in the finals, and then LeBron's got to play the Spurs.
The reason the competition looks like it sucks is because he's the GOAT.
No,
that's the difference. The difference is there was no competition because he was Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Anybody that watched it would tell you this.
The 90s are just not as good of an era of basketball as the 2010s.
No, then why was the rating so much higher?
What is is that where you're going off the TV ratings?
No, we can go off anything.
I'm talking about the competition and players.
Anything.
Let's do it. Let's go for players.
Larry, excuse me. You can, like I said, if you do a top 10 or top 20,
let's do it
with the best players of all time. It's about equal. So let's count them.
Go ahead.
Top 10 all time for me: Michael Jeffrey Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Whose era is he in? He played all throughout the 80s.
Yeah, but his prime's in the 70s. But you could say Jordan. Okay, you could say he's in.
Okay, thank you. After that, it's debatable on where you want to go. You can go Curry if you want to. Curry and Magic, they're 1A, 1B as point guards. Curry, LeBron's era. Magic, Jordan's era, correct?
Yep. Tim Duncan.
After that, where are you going?
Tim Duncan.
I'll give you Tim Duncan. And that's LeBron's era. And then where are we going from there? You want to go Larry? You want to go Wilt, Larry. Bill Russell, Shaq? Shaq's a mix of both.
I'm not gonna cap. It's just my top 10, but I'm not a 60s. I don't do Wilt or Russell.
Well, that's why you don't think Jordan is a GOAT, because you
don't
trust old basketball.
That's the 60s is just. I just don't care about that era of basketball. I'm just gonna be
my final words.
Bill Russell's the greatest Celtic of all time, and I consider and tell you he's not my top.
I know he's not. Larry is, but my final words will be this: my entire argument was built on what happened.
Yeah,
LeBron's entire argument is built on what could have happened if he didn't have to run into the Warriors. That's the whole argument.
No,
it is.
I know.
So you can't make a case for LeBron.
LeBron went to more finals and played better teams.
So he was the greatest second place player of all time. My GOAT actually six-peated in years that he played.
He's the
that's the end of my case. You guys can tell us in the comments.
He's the best carrier in NBA history.
He's the best carrier. He carried a ton of teams to second place. He did. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
he carried a ton of teams to second place.
Not even got out of the first round. Just notice.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You hear that word again? Here it is. Watch how many times he says would've. Would've and could've and should've.
Just know this. Jordan only got to 6 finals because he was only good enough to get to 6. LeBron got to 10.
So his argument is built on how many times they got there, not if they won it or not. Because to him, GOATs lose in the finals. They don't win. And I understand that.
I think GOATs get to the finals.
And lose,
I think you're not.
They lose
I think it's just. I think better. That is better than losing in the second round. And I'm not gonna hear nothing from anybody.
But what if you
ever
win
tell
6
me
in 10 years compared to winning 4 and 22?
What are you talking about?
So
you went to 6 in 6 years and you didn't get there for the other 9 years.
You're the GOAT if you make it to the finals, guys. If you can make it to the finals,
if you can take worse teams to the finals, yes, you are better. You are better. Yes,
you're better.
If you could take worse teams,
which was only 2 years. That's you're gonna lose 2 different years. 2 years.
You keep saying 2. Yeah, 2 years, and
then, the 2007,
and then
the 2007
and then you refuse to tell me
the 2018 Cavs, right?
The 2015 Warriors, was he supposed to beat that team without K-Love and Kyrie?
In 2015, 2016, he did.
No, without the year before when he loses that finals because Kyrie gets hurt in game 1 and he goes out and K-Love's not even there for the whole year.
Spurs?
No, the Warriors. That was
2014?
2014-15.
That was the first chip they won?
Yeah, that was the first one. When LeBron.
Yeah, he's supposed to win that. If you're the GOAT, you're supposed to win that.
No.
Yeah.
No, Jordan
he's supposed to win that.
I guarantee you Jordan doesn't. I guarantee
shoulda, coulda, woulda. See?
No, it's not.
The whole thing's built on shoulda, coulda, woulda. Jordan wouldn't have.
Jordan has never won a ring without either all defensive or all NBA player. And we can actually go and I can show you.
And Jordan has never lost a ring to a player like Dirk Nowitzki.
No, he hasn't. But he also hasn't.
Thank you.
He hasn't played a player in the finals that's better than Steph Curry in his prime or Kevin Durant in his prime. Case closed on that.
Well, the only reason Kevin Durant and Steph Curry look as good as they are is because they play in LeBron's era, not Jordan's era. If they played in Jordan's era, they'd look like Karl Malone, John Stockton.
Absolutely amazing players that are better than anybody in the 90s. I'll give me Steph Curry or KD and anybody in the 90s. Not a one player in the 90s.
That's because Jordan was so much better than everybody.
No,
made him look
because
worse.
They're not as
If Karl Malone didn't have to go run into Jordan, we would talk about him like he's the best power forward of all time.
I'm not hearing
because he couldn't be.
No, it's because he's overrated as a player. He's overrated as a player.
It's crazy how it's crazy. Charles Barkley.
What about you?
If Charles Barkley didn't have to play against Jordan in his era, we would think Charles Barkley so much better. But Jordan was so much better than everyone. This is how they talk about 90s players.
In
the 90s is one decade, bro. It's 3 years before. It's 3 years before LeBron came. Shaq was in that era.
You're not doing it right.
Kobe was in that era.
You can say like Barkley, but Barkley only got to one ring and played Jordan in one finals. These are players. KD, he got to play LeBron in what? I want to say what? 3 different finals. We're talking about when you play the best player. See, the best player in Jordan's era,
and he beat him.
Are all in the West, and they don't get to play Jordan.
Are you gonna mention that though? He played Kevin Durant all the times in the finals. Kevin Durant beat him.
Yeah, because he had a better team.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what? What are you talking about? He was on the best team of all time. What are we sitting here talking about?
It was the best team of all time because
they were the best team of all time. Like there's never been a team where 2 MVP players within the last 3 seasons have joined a team and were the best players on the floor. Like what are we talking about?
How many years was he on the Warriors?
Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
3 years.
How many years has LeBron played in the league?
But I mean, it's B's 23rd season.
So you're talking about 3 years out of 22
No,
years.
I'm talking about
that LeBron couldn't
I'm
get
talking
past the
about
Warriors, and that's your whole
truth.
argument. It's built completely on Kevin Durant Warriors.
It's not. It's
Even if you give LeBron a ring for those 3 years, you understand he still only has one more ring than Jordan. One.
It doesn't like
If he has the ring in them 3 years, he has one more ring than Jordan. And you talk about how weak the East was. Who was supposed to beat him in those years in the 2010s? Who was supposed to beat him?
who's supposed to be.
You talk about who LeBron. You talk about who LeBron was supposed to beat. Who was supposed to beat the Cavs in 2010s?
You can argue the Celtics because they took them to multiple game 7s.
With who?
What do you mean with who?
I'm talking about 2016, 2017. Are you talking about KG, Paul Pierce on the Celtics?
No, I mean
I'm talking about the years that LeBron went to and played the Warriors in the finals. Who in the East was supposed to beat LeBron? Since you want to talk about who LeBron can't beat and who he's supposed to beat, who was he supposed to lose to that he didn't that he got past? He played my Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals at one point in 2010s. He was not playing competition in the East. He wasn't. So of course he's going to make the finals.
Good.
And then when he loses, LeBron doesn't have help.
The Pacers weren't good. No, I didn't say that.
LeBron doesn't have help.
But you've already admitted in the 2 years where LeBron actually went to the finals and took teams that he wasn't supposed to go, he didn't have help. I'm not the 2017.
Well, you can't tell me who he was supposed to lose. So you can't tell. You keep on talking about how great he is for getting to the finals, and you can't tell.
You
me
can't tell me
who
who he's supposed to beat other than the Mavericks. That's the only thing. See, that's the thing about what we can say about.
No, when
Jordan.
I started giving other teams, you said, "I don't care about those years. I don't care about the last 4 years."
What are you
like they don't count in his career.
I'm talking about I'm talking about them as players in their peak for peak, because you're only talking about Jordan in the 90s.
Well, okay, so what years
I'm
was
sitting here
LeBron's
talking
peak?
about
What years was LeBron's peak?
What is it? Let's say, I'd say 07. Yeah, no, maybe yeah, no, probably 07, 08 to 2021. Yeah, let's say 2021. That's about it.
So he had a 14-year peak. In three of those years, he ran to the KD Warriors. What happened all the other years?
2007, he took the worst finals team of all time there and lost to a dynasty Spurs team.
Good job,
okay.
LeBron. Second place king. Keep going. No, I think it's commendable.
2011 Mavs, which he should have won that series and lost. 2020.
Well, hang on. You just skipped 3 years. What happened to those between 2020?
Was he supposed to beat that? Hold on. So this is the
I'm
thing.
just asking.
No, because this was your argument.
Kobe won a chip with Pau Gasol.
No. I'm not doing this. Yeah, with Pau Gasol, who was LeBron's second best player on that Cavs team.
Probably
Please tell me.
Ilgauskas.
Okay, a 30-plus-year-old Ilgauskas who's not a great player. And yes, Kobe had Pau Gasol.
Jordan would have won with him.
No, he wouldn't have, because Jordan never won without Scottie
In this
Pippen.
era, he would have.
No, he
Back
wouldn't
then,
have.
they had to make rules.
No,
I ain't
he
never heard
wouldn't
none
have.
called the LeBron rules, son.
No, he wouldn't have.
Imagine leading the league in scoring 10 times.
Yeah, that's great.
10, that means every single year of his prime, he led the league in scoring, won MVP, led the league in a defensive stat, or got a first team all defense, and won the championship.
Okay.
Every year. What Shea just did one time, what Curry did one time, Jordan did it 4 or 5 times.
All NBA first teams LeBron has
4 or
than Jordan?
5 times.
Which
But
means
he wasn't first team all defense those years. He didn't lead the league in scoring those years. Jordan, the years Jordan was in his prime, he won every single thing he could
passing
win.
the ball at the level LeBron
He won
is.
every.
He's not
He doesn't have to
rebounding.
pass the ball.
That's it, because he had a teammate to do it.
Look at you.
Because he had a teammate to do it.
Listen,
LeBron did not. So that's what
LeBron- maybe
that's
if
the
LeBron
thing.
wouldn't have passed,
no,
then he would've started
maybe
scoring
if
more.
LeBron had a teammate who could pass better than him,
See how
he
Jordan
would do
didn't.
it.
We don't have to talk about
No,
Jordan's
because-
teammates. We can just talk about Jordan.
Why would LeBron leave? Neglect. Yeah, why did LeBron leave? Because he didn't have the team around him that Jordan team.
Because he's a woman.
No, because he didn't have a Scottie Pippen next to him. Because he didn't have a Scottie Pippen next to him.
Because he's a girl. Because he can't.
Can you tell me? You just told me the second best player on that Cavs team.
2007. He made it.
Yeah,
if you can make it to the
because
finals,
of
why can't you win
him.
it? Why can't you win it then?
What do you mean? Why can't you win it? Because you don't have a better team.
He didn't want to keep the load on his back that he needed.
So why didn't Jordan with Scottie be able to beat the Pistons? Please tell me.
Because the Pistons had a better complete team.
Oh, thank you.
Scottie Pippen wasn't
So it
Scottie
has nothing
Pippen
to do
yet.
with who you are as a player.
Scottie Pippen wasn't Scottie Pippen
So it has
yet.
nothing to do with who you are as a player. It has a difference to do with the team, right?
No,
Right?
absolutely.
Okay, then. So what do you keep
I've
saying?
never denied that.
So don't
That's
sit
my
here-
whole point.
So don't say, why did he get to the finals in 07, but he couldn't win it? Because he didn't have a better team than the Spurs.
That's my whole point, though. You
No,
said
that's
if you
my
can make
whole
it, if you
point.
can make it,
When
if
you
can make it to a finals with a team,
worse teams, and you're not supposed to beat teams that you're just not supposed to beat.
so you're going to go join another top 5 player in the league. So that you
Did
can win
Jordan
easier.
not play with a top 5 player in the league?
He didn't go run and go find him.
Yeah, because he didn't
waited.
have to. His team gave him one.
How do you know LeBron was? How do you know LeBron?
Because
would've
his
had
team
to?
didn't give him one for the first 8 years he was there.
They didn't
Jordan
give
was
Jordan
there.
one first 8 years of his career.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen was drafted
He wasn't
just
a
because they
top
weren't.
five player.
No,
He wasn't a top
because
five
he
player
wasn't.
then.
Because he developed into one.
Exactly.
LeBron didn't have one player that was going to develop into top 5.
How long did it take for Scottie Pippen to develop?
He didn't have. LeBron didn't have
many
one
years?
on the Cavs that was going to become a top 5 player. No, not the.
How many years?
How many years? How many years? How many teammates did? No, because
how many years?
How many years? How many years
into the league
argument.
did Jordan? How many years
This
in the league?
is such a terrible argument. It ridiculous.
I wouldn't let me finish either. All I'm saying is
No,
my argument's
because
built on what
you're-
happened. Yours is what ifs. That's cool.
No, it's not what ifs. I
We'll
just
see what
asked
the
you who
comments
was
think.
LeBron's second best player, and you told me it was Ilgauskas, who's not even a top 30 player in the league. Like, what are we talking about? That's who he took to the 2007 finals. Somebody who's not even top 30, and you're sitting here legitimately trying to say, "Oh, well, Scottie Pippen wasn't top 5 in his first 4 years." Yeah, but he was still a top 5 pick who was able to develop into a top 5 player.
How do you know the Cavs weren't going to get a player that could develop?
Because they couldn't. Because LeBron was
Because they didn't.
No, because they
Couldn't and
couldn't.
didn't.
No, they couldn't because LeBron was winning games. You can't get a top 5
I love
pick.
your shoulda, coulda, woulda.
You
They're
can't
lovely.
get because you can't
they're
get a top
lovely.
5 pick winning 60 games with Ilgauskas as your second
He
best
ran
player.
to D-Wade and then lost.
And then won. Back to back. And then won. Let's
lost
skip
to
over.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Let's skip over that.
He lost to Dirk.
And he lost a 2-time MVP. Yes.
Unbelievable.
And Michael Jordan lost to
He
Isaiah
lost
Thomas,
to
who's
Dirk
not an
Nowitzki.
MVP
Who's
at
better
all.
all time, Isaiah Thomas or Dirk Nowitzki?
Dirk. Yeah, go look that up. Go look at any top list. Dirk, who is a MVP. And like what he doesn't like to point out in that whole run, Dirk also beat Kobe Bryant, swept the defending champion Lakers. He also beat KD, Russ, and Harden. I'm pretty sure they beat them in 5. That's what they don't love to talk about that Dirk
They don't
run.
love to talk about Jason Terry dropping 30 on LeBron's head.
Yeah, he
Unbelievable.
JJ Burrow dropped 22.
The most
on
versatile
Kobe's, yeah.
defender. And LeBron had D-Wade.
LeBron
Who did
wasn't
Dirk have?
guarding him.
LeBron had D-Wade. Who
LeBron
did
was
Dirk
not
have?
guarding Jason Terry.
LeBron had D-Wade.
What are
Who
we
did Dirk
talking
have?
about?
LeBron had
LeBron
D-Wade. Who
wasn't
did Dirk
guarding
have?
Dirk.
LeBron had D-Wade. Who did Dirk have?
Jason Kidd. Oh yeah, Jason Kidd's not good now.
2011 Jason Kidd.
But he's not good now.
2011 Jason
Not
Kidd.
good now.
2011
What do you-
Jason
I mean,
Kidd.
he-
No. I gotta
again,
look this up. No, keep
I'm
that.
not sitting here
Please,
saying
no,
that LeBron shouldn't have
don't
beat
backtrack.
the Mavs
Don't
team.
backtrack.
No, I'm not backtracking. You keep
said
bringing up the
Jason-
Mavs.
You
but
said
you
Jason
keep bringing up the
Kidd.
Mavs.
No, I love
and then
this.
you brought up
This
how
is
Dirk
unbelievable.
wasn't better than
Jason
Isaiah
Kidd,
Thomas.
that year they won the
Dirk is
chip.
very much better than Isaiah Thomas.
7.9 points per game. That's
This
what Dirk
guy,
had.
Dirk is a
Jason
2-time
Kidd.
MVP. Isaiah Thomas is a 0-time MVP, and he just told me that Isaiah Thomas
he
is
played in
better than
Jordan's
him.
era.
No, because
And
Isaiah
Magic
Thomas
and
isn't the
Larry.
level of player
Because
that
Magic
Dirk
Larry-
Nowitzki
because
is.
Magic
No,
Larry and
no,
Jordan
because
got
they're
his
not
way.
the level of players that
Dirk
these
played
players
in
are.
Dirk played in the
No,
LeBron
because they're
era,
not
so it's
the-
easy to win MVP.
They have it's 4 or 5, so it's not.
I win an
easier.
MVP too.
It's not 4 or 5. It's 4 or 5.
I win an MVP too if I play in the
I
LeBron era.
bet
I
you
ain't gonna
would.
lie.
It's 4 to
LeBron-
5. What are we
LeBron-
talking about? It's not like he has 7 and Jordan has
35-year-old Dirk
What are
too.
we
This isn't
talking
prime
about?
Dirk we're talking about.
Dirk wasn't 35 when they beat them in that
He was
finals.
an old man.
No, he wasn't. He was 31 years old.
He was an old man.
He was 31 years
Dirk
old.
Nowitzki was old.
He was 31 is old?
Old man.
31's old?
Absolutely.
31's old? Kobe won back-to-back as a 31-year-old. What are we talking about? 31 isn't old. LeBron won multiple rings at 31. 31 is
second,
not
please.
old at all. Oh, God. 31's old now, I guess, guys in the NBA. You can't win at 31 because 31 is old. You're not in your prime at 31. Yeah, you keep umming. Keep umming because you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Ain't no yeah.
No, he would have been 31 in. So
There-
he's 47 right now. 5 years ago, it would have been 2020. He would have been 42. 8 years before that,
9
He
years
would have
before that.
been-
9 years before that. They
was
won in
two-
2011.
2011, 2012.
And his birthday's not until June 19th. So he was 30. Damn, what? 2011?
Dirk Nowitzki.
He was
He was
31.
32, 33.
No, he's 31.
32, 33.
He's 31. I keep telling you, he's 31.
32, 33. But listen, though, Dirk.
That's not old.
Because was that prime Dirk?
he was second team All NBA.
Was that prime Dirk?
He was second team All NBA.
Was that his prime?
Probably so.
No.
Yes.
He won MVP in 2007. He wasn't 2-time MVP. 1-time MVP in 2007
Isaiah Thomas is a 0-time MVP.
because he played in Jordan's era.
No, because he's
Jordan
because
hogged up
he's
all
not,
the MVPs.
No, because
And Larry.
he
and,
hogged
and
them all.
Larry and Magic.
Oh,
and
God.
Larry and Magic.
No, I'm not
Jordan,
doing that.
Larry, and
I'm not
Magic.
doing that.
He had
We're
more
not
MVPs
doing
than.
that.
Oh,
We're
that's
not
another
doing
thing.
that.
You know, Jordan had more MVPs than LeBron, and he played like 7 less years. Did you know that?
That's good for
Harder
him.
era. LeBron needed someone to help him
No,
because
it's
he played in a
it's
harder
4
era.
to 5.
where
I
there was
mean,
people that was
I don't
harder
think
to
that
beat.
that's not a super
My
substantial.
goal is not a
it's
woman.
not
I know that much.
That's not a super substantial gap. 4 and 5 is like literally one MVP apart. So it's
In
it's
7
not
years, he played 7 more years.
Okay.
Yeah,
played
in seven less years, he still has more MVPs, more championships, more scoring titles, more first team all defensive, more steals leaders.
Does he have more first all NBA
Literally
first
more
team? Does he have
everything.
more all NBA first teams, which means you were the best player in your position for a long period of time? No.
Because he
Wrong.
played 7 less years is the only reason.
Oh,
longevity.
nope.
That's longevity. See,
Okay.
but you're right, 'cause you know it's longevity.
Let's do it. Let's do that.
You know it's longevity.
Because he was a better player at his position. Like, he has 13. He had what? He had 1 in 06, then from 2008 all the way to 2018. Every year he's first team All NBA. That's 10. How many first All NBA teams does Jordan have? Let's look at that. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
So first team All NBA, that's better than chips, scoring titles, first
It's
team
better-
all defensive combined, all those combined.
It's definitely better than all defensive teams. I'll tell you that much.
Okay,
right
but
now.
what about all
I'll
combined?
tell you.
What about first team all defensive MVPs and chips and scoring titles? all
Again,
combined?
MVPs? It's 5 to 4.
So look at, so
It's
take every
5 to 4.
accolade.
So
Jordan
I'm-
wins every one except first team all defenses, which really is a longevity stat because LeBron played more
How many
years.
finals appearances does Jordan have?
we're awarding finals appearances now.
How you are able to take your team to the finals matters. Yes, it matters
Then Joe
more
Burrow's
than
better
lose.
Lamar Jackson. It don't matter what you say. He's been to more Super
No,
Bowls.
but he also has no
He's been to more.
MVPs.
He's
But like
better
you
than
just
Josh
said,
Allen, too.
well,
He's
MVPs
better
and
than-
first team
so
All
also
NBAs
now
and
it's
first.
everything- So now it's everything combined.
I said it's
agree.
all of it. Yes.
Then how is Jordan not better?
Because he
has
doesn't
more
have,
MVPs,
he doesn't
more
have more
scoring
first
titles.
All NBAs. He has
That's it.
one
That's
more.
it.
So you can sit
He
here and
has
say
one
he has
more MVP.
more.
How many more chips does he have?
He has 2.
How many more scoring
and
titles does
he
he
has
have?
10. He has,
How many more
he
scoring
has,
titles does
he
he
has
have?
4 less.
How many more
I
scoring
don't-
titles does he have?
You
9.
put scoring titles, I do not care for him as much.
Oh, I
because,
wouldn't either if I was you.
No, because
How many-
it's
how many
25,
more-
7, and
I
7.
wouldn't either.
Because I wouldn't either if
I was you, I wouldn't either.
LeBron
How many more
only
first
had
team
to
all defenses
score.
does he have? How many first team all defense? The only thing he has more of is first team All NBA. That's it. If you're talking, if you're talking about it's all everything combined, if you're talking about it's everything combined, Jordan washes him. It's not even close.
No, because playoff
They're not even
wins,
comparable.
playoff.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Playoff
Zay, I take
buzzer
it back.
beaters.
Zay, wait, I'll take
the
it.
more clutch player is
Buzzer beater.
the more clutch player
Oh
is
my
actually
God.
LeBron. Even though Jordan fans will tell you
I
it's
hope
Jordan.
people are watching this. This is embarrassing.
It's an actual factual stat.
Let me tell you
that
something. So
LeBron
you
is
are
more clutch than
negating.
Jordan.
You are telling me that having more first team All NBAs because you play more years. Having more
better.
having more first team
What
All
are we
NBAs and more clutch shots matters more than having more first team All defenses, more scoring titles, more MVPs,
No,
and more
but-
championships. That's what you're telling me.
No.
Is that what, tell that to the camera. I want you to tell the camera that having more clutch shots and more first team All NBAs matters more than having more first team All defenses, more
He
championships, more
took
MVPs,
the last part of my
and
argument
more first team All
and
defenses,
didn't
and more
listen
scoring
to
titles.
anything I said before that. He
What else
keeps
you
saying
saying?
scoring titles.
What does he have more
How
than
many
Jordan?
more? He has more seasons averaging 25, 7, and 7.
Longevity, more seasons.
It's not. No, he did.
More
That's.
seasons averaging
So what do you keep talking?
Okay, well, how about this? Well, Russell Westbrook.
Let's get to a different argument.
Russell Westbrook has more 30, 10, and 10 years than Jordan.
Let's kill
He's better
this
than Jordan.
entire. Let's kill this entire thing because this is gonna keep going around in circles. He keeps jumping over the fact that Jordan only made 6 finals because he was only
They
good
know
enough
who's
to get
jumping over
6.
facts.
No,
They can see. Trust me.
no, they
It's
can't
obvious.
see.
Every time I bring up like stuff that matters, you like run away from
No,
it. and
you
bring up
keep saying
clutch
scoring
shots.
titles. No,
Scoring titles
I
matters to
said
everybody
clutch
with a
shots
brain.
once, and now you keep trying to run to
Scoring
it. I
titles
said
matters
it
more than
once.
everybody with a brain. Scoring titles matter to everybody with a brain. First team All
Does
defenses
it?
matter to everybody with a
Does-
brain. MVPs matter to everybody with a brain. Championships.
And
matter to
first team
everybody
All
with a brain.
NBAs, which you keep
Are those
skipping
better than
over.
championships and MVPs?
Finals
better than
finals
championships and
appearances,
MVPs?
playoff wins.
Are those better than
Come on
championships
now.
and MVPs?
Finals appearances?
Are those is anything you name better than championships and MVPs?
MVPs, it's 4 to 5. My God,
Who has
it's
more?
not. It's 4 to 5.
And he played 7 less years.
Yeah, it's
Who has
4
more
to 5.
championships?
It's 4 to 5.
Who has more
I mean,
championships?
you want to throw him
Who
a
has more
cookie for that?
championships?
Yeah, Jordan. Does he have more
Okay, who
finals
has more
appearances?
Finals appearances is better more
Again!
than championships?
No, finals appearances
you got
matters
it. Now you
next.
win.
No,
You
it
win.
matters
You
next
win.
to it. How many
Finals
times can you
appearances
take your
matter more
teams
than
to the
championships.
finals? Because
That
if
matters
you
more
lose,
than championships. You got it.
no, it matters.
No, you're right.
But it does matter to the. It matters to the point. Yes,
It matters more. It matters more.
No,
than
you keep
championships.
saying more, and you keep being wrong because you're not listening. You don't
No,
want to
you're
keep.
telling me finals
no,
appearances matter
I'm
more than
saying-
championships.
No, I didn't. I said they also matter, but you keep leaving it out.
Which one
because
matters more, championships or finals appearances?
It matters more, but that doesn't mean
Okay,
that.
thank you. Now let's keep going.
No.
MVPs or first team All defenses? What matters more? Or MVPs or first team All NBAs?
It's 4 to 5, my guy.
You keep
4
on
to
talking
5.
about the difference.
No,
Who has
but-
more?
And then Jordan has
okay,
more.
Okay,
I said
now let's
that.
keep going.
What
First
do
team
you-
All defenses or anything you want to bring up for LeBron defensively. Any defensive thing that LeBron has. What matters more than first team all defenses? Because he also has more defensive player of the years, and I won't even bring that up. How many steals leaders or blocks leaders does LeBron have?
None.
How many does Jordan have? Jordan has 3.
Does Jordan have?
I gave you that. That's the one thing LeBron's better than Jordan at is passing. That's it. Defense.
It's not the one
Jordan's
thing. He's also
scoring,
better a
rebounder.
He's a better peak for peak defender.
Winning? No, he's not.
Yes, he is. And
how does he have less first team all defenses in a non-defensive era then?
Oh my goodness!
How?
Peak for peak defender means you at your best. You keep talking about
Jordan at his best, led the league in steals 3 times. And has a
good for him. But it doesn't make you a better defender than somebody. Steph Curry led the league in steals.
Did he have a defensive player of the year?
No, but he also wasn't a great defender. So you keep bringing up steals. So you keep saying, "Oh, he's a steals leader
and defensive player of the year."
What are we talking about?
Steals leader and defensive player of the year.
Steph Curry was a steal leader. I'm not giving you. I don't care enough about. No, that's a fact. Steph Curry was a leader. No, he led the league in steals. I'm saying it does not matter as much as you keep making it out to be.
Hey, watch this. Your opinion is that LeBron was a better defender in his peak.
I'm talking about
that Jordan has
because you're going off of accolades. I'm talking about peak for peak means because peak for peak means
right. So you're talking about eye test.
Yeah, I'm talking about a better defender. Yes,
eye test, right?
Versatility.
So
how you defend someone.
Okay, I just go off facts.
Yes, exactly. Because you know LeBron's a better defender.
If he did, I would think he would have a defensive player of the year in a weak defensive player. I would think he would.
I would think he would win defensive player of the year in a year where the guy didn't even make all defensive first team. But it's all right. Whatever. I don't really care that Jordan has a defensive player year
and 3 steals leaders and 9 first team all defense.
Yeah, where they cooked the books.
See, everything you say for Jordan, they got an excuse. It's absolutely
it's actually a fact that they cooked the books. I don't have to.
It's not a fact. It's an opinion.
It is. No, it's a fact. They fact checked it, and there's a lot of games where he goes and you can go back and you can actually watch the games, and he has less steals than they gave him credit for because the stat keepers were legitimately cooking the books. And all conveniently, these games are at home. So you know about that. You can't do that in the 2010s because they will literally fire you because, of course, it's a real era of basketball.
Yeah, so Jordan was a fluke, guys. He led the league
scoring 10
times. It's not a fluke.
He's the second best player all time. But what you're sitting here
dominate. In mentality and domination and scoring and in defense, he was clearly better than LeBron, and LeBron's still better because he has more clutch shots and finals appearances.
No, he does not have much. He has more clutch shots.
No, I said LeBron does. I said LeBron has more clutch shots and finals appearances, so he's better than Jordan, guys. I just want everybody watching this to know this.
He also has more first All-NBA first teams, which means he was a better player at his position for longer.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, for longer. He had a longer career.
No, it's not. Yes.
He had a longer career. That's it.
That means he was better for longer also.
No.
Yes.
So scoring titles.
Yes.
Scoring titles and first team all defensive
he was
teams
better
and
for
MVPs.
longer. Yes,
MVPs
that's what that means.
So MVPs don't matter more than first team all NBAs.
Oh my god, it's
exactly. See, first team all NBAs matter more than MVPs.
Yeah, but when the first team all NBA is 10 to 14, like that's another thing. You just
10 out of 16 to 14 out of 22.
10 out of 16.
10 out of 16 to 14 out of 22.
Yeah, that 14 out of 22 is actually better than 10 out of 16.
That's 5 out of 8 to 7 out of 11. It's not that you act like that's far off compared to your MVP.
I'm not. No, exactly. Also, it's not far off, which means
so. What matters more though? MVP,
no,
first team all NBA.
That's what I mean. It's not far off. So what you sit here trying to make it more like it's
when we're talking about goats, what matters more? When we talk about goats, what matters more?
Are far off. Like no,
they're not. The scoring titles are. The first team all NBA. The first team all defenses are. The first team all defenses are. The first team all defenses are.
LeBron made 6 all NBA defensive teams.
How many did Jordan make?
He made 9. So it's 6 to 9, just like the All NBAs is 14 to
because he played
10.
more years best at.
No, okay, because he was better for longer.
Jordan can have so many more things and still play 7 less years. Imagine if he played 22 years. Just imagine.
He wouldn't be as good because I saw him with the Wizards and he wasn't doing shit. And he was 40, like LeBron.
He was averaging over
now.
20. I mean,
averaging over 20. Was he
was
first team?
He was behind LeBron. He was the second best 40-year-old of all time.
Was he 13?
No, he would have been. He probably would have been if he had AD on his team, probably.
No,
but he's not like where LeBron. See, he doesn't cry and run. He just plays basketball. He just plays basketball.
40. I don't even have that. We don't have to have that debate because LeBron's obviously better at 40, but LeBron didn't.
AD, come help me. AD, come help me. Luka, come.
Did you know?
Come on, let's come and lose in the first round. Imagine Jordan with Luka.
Did you know?
Imagine the Wizards Jordan with Luka, boy.
Did you know in the years where they went to the finals, LeBron has only had. Let me mark it. 5 players.
By the way, he's played with like 20-something All-Stars.
And I knew you were going to say that, and I'm glad you brought it up because when in years where they made the finals, LeBron had, let me get 1 year in 07. No. 07, he had 07. He had no player make All NBA or All Defensive. In Michael Jordan's first finals, he had nobody make All NBA Well, guess who made all defensive first team? Scottie Pippen. And Jordan's second final. Who made all NBA?
This is where plus minus comes in.
Nope. Because I knew he was going to say the teammate thing, and this is where I wash
Well,
any
plus minus
Jordan.
matters.
No,
Plus
but
minus
also
washes your
teammates
argument.
matter.
It doesn't matter
No,
anymore.
teammates matter. Yeah, teammates matter.
Plus minus matters more.
because now I'm going to get this off. In his second finals, the 1992 finals, Scottie Pippen was all NBA and all defensive. LeBron in his second finals, 2011, he had one player make all NBA team. No all defensive, and it was Dwayne Wade. In 93 and 96, Jordan had two players make the all defensive team and one player make all NBA team. LeBron has
without him, they're the
LeBron has
second
only
worst
had
ever.
that once.
Second best plus minus in history.
Yeah, LeBron's third. Okay. And so, but you just
So
brought
it's
up,
almost
you
like-
just brought up all stars, and I'm bringing up all NBAs because that matters
So
more
it's
than all
almost like we
stars.
should stop crying about the teams they had
No.
and just talk about what they did.
What are you talking
It's almost
about?
like that.
No, because what you have around you matters. You can keep saying that.
But if you have the second highest plus minus of all time,
but
that means
if
that
you
without you,
also
they
have
suck.
a top 5 player in
That
the
means without
league
you, they
in
suck.
his prime,
LeBron did too.
No,
and he lost.
For
Jordan
4
did-
years. Jordan had Scotty for what, 8 or 9 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Jordan.
Oh, 4 to 9. Yeah, that's great.
Years.
Yeah, 4 to 9.
And
4
he,
to
and
9.
he still had the second
What are we
highest plus
talking
minus
about?
of all time.
And then on top of that, in
He still has the second highest plus minus of all time. You keep running from that.
No,
and I would too
I'm
if I
not
was you.
running from
Honestly,
it.
would.
It just
What does
does-
it mean? Tell me what it means. Explain to me what that means. What does it mean that
No,
Jordan
I
has the second
just
highest
I
plus minus of all
haven't.
time?
Literally,
What does that mean?
what you ran from the beginning was when I compared the teams, meaning your team, you can have the best plus minus when you have
does it
a
mean?
competent team around you.
No, but what does it mean to have
when
a
you
plus
have
minus?
the best players around you, your plus minus is gonna go through the roof. Yes,
Then how is LeBron third in plus minus?
because he's that good at a player. He's taking.
But
worse
Jordan's
teams.
Jordan's second highest in plus minus, and it's not because he's that good of a player.
No, but LeBron has taken worse teams and won 66 games.
How does Jordan have a better plus minus than him all the time then?
Because he played on a better team.
That makes so.
Yes,
Do you
that
hear-
ma-
do you hear?
Why
so,
isn't why is
so
he not
Jordan
first?
has a
Then
so
why is
Jordan
he
has
not
a,
first?
because Jokic is has a higher plus minus. Jokic is without Jokic, the Nuggets are absolutely dung hole without him. So
Yeah,
Jokic
but
is
that
slightly
argument
better.
doesn't work for Jordan because when Jordan left, they were third in the East,
That was 1 year. So that
and
one
then the
year,
next year they were still in the playoffs.
So that 1 year,
and
after,
then the next year they were still in the playoffs.
So the year after he left
and
matters
then the
more than
next year they were still in the
Can I
playoffs.
speak?
Cam, are you not gonna acknowledge that? They
Yes,
were still in
listen,
the
now
playoffs.
listen.
What does it
Dude,
matter?
So those years matter than the 16 years he was actually playing on the team, right?
I need to pause because I have to take a. I really gotta go piss. No, like I genuinely have to piss so bad. Like, we gotta-
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry I had to do this to you, Zay. I really am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm addressing everything. No, you don't. We just happy to be here. Spy them, guide them. Let your soul pay your dues. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you something. I'm sorry. Tempers are flaring because he's wrong. And this is usually what happens when people are wrong. They tend to get loud. They tend to get a little bit more passionate. We call that passionately wrong where I'm from. Now, I don't really got to get loud because my stats, facts speak for themselves. But it's okay. We're going to pray for him. We're going to pray that he comes to see the light. And that just because a player is not in our generation doesn't mean we can't objectively say 10 scoring titles to 1, 6 championships to 4, 9 first team all defenses to 6. Domination, 2 3-peats, and the second highest box plus minus of all time, meaning when he was off the court, his team wasn't very good. We can't just admit that that's better. But here's what it is. Here he comes. Shh.
Let's go ahead and end off on a positive note. The LeBron, I had a feeling if we did LeBron MJ, it would take up a lot of time. So let's go ahead and end on some NFL content in terms of, let me hear your division winners for each division and your playoff predictions. Let's go ahead and get just a quick one in there.
For this upcoming season,
Absolutely.
NFC East, Philadelphia Eagles. NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFC North, Detroit Lions. I think the Vikings will have a great year, though.
Same.
Who am I left with? The NFC East.
No, you said that.
I already said that. Who am I?
I think you got
West. The NFC West.
Yeah.
Give me the You know what? I like the Rams. Give me the Rams over the 49ers this year. I'm high on the Rams. I see a bounce back year for McVay and the boys. Underrated year. Sleeper year. Come out, punch you, uppercut you from the bottom without you seeing it. But the 49ers will make it as a wild card team. AFC North, Cincinnati Bengals, it's easy. AFC East. Oh, man. The AFC East. Oh, bums on bums.
There's one team in the AFCs.
Oh.
Bills. Just like the Bills.
I just hate the Bills. I hate Josh Allen. I might go Miami. I'm playing. It'll be Buffalo, but Miami will make it as a wild card. I think the Ravens will make it as a wild card in the North. Steelers will be a sleeper. AFC West. Kansas City Chiefs. AFC South. Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward, baby. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward does better than I think he turns them into perennial, playoff teams every year.
All right.
Now let me do my playoff prediction.
Hold on.
Okay.
I also want to hear your MVP just before playoff predictions.
My MVP of the NFL this year.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Joseph Lee
he's gonna give it the Joe.
Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't got one yet, and I think this is the year where he stays healthy all year. The defense steps up and does at least something with the young guns, with a new defensive coordinator, and Jamar Chase is going to be Jamar Chase. T. Higgins, he knows he has his guys locked down for the next few years, and we're going to have a decent run game knowing Chase Brown. We finally have a serviceable running back ever since losing Joe Mixon.
You're really.
I think this is the year that Joe Burrow. I said serviceable. He don't got to be. He don't got to be great. We got the best pass game in the league. He don't got to be great. As long as the line can block just a little. Joe Burrow, who just led the league in passing last year, who had 47 touchdowns, like 9 picks. Yeah, he's gonna have an MVP level year this year and actually win games. And if he can win games, MVP is his for the taking. I do think though that everyone's going to start paying attention to running backs again because of the what's happening with Saquon and stuff. I do think Saquon might, if he can stay healthy, have a chance at it as well. But
All right, let me do your playoff predictions. We'll go through that right quick.
I'll just go through my conference champions.
Yeah.
I think the AFC will be the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. I think one of them beat the Chiefs this year. I don't know which one. I think either one of them. I think this is the year the Chiefs are not going to make it all the way. I think one year they're going to have to fall off. I think this is that year. In the NFC, give me. See, I want to say the Eagles, but I just don't think. I don't know because the NFL's so tricky. It's hard to get back.
The NFC
that
is
many
kind
times,
of like the East.
But I will say, I'll give it to. It's hard to not say the Eagles.
It is.
Eagles. I'll say Eagles and Lions, but I think the Lions go to the Super Bowl this year, and I think they play the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl, and I think the Lions win it. If I'm honest, I think this is the year the Lions are going to finally go over the hump and win the Super Bowl.
Trash franchise dream finals right there. I get that, but I respect it. It wasn't a lot of.
Come back and watch this into the season.
Yeah. All right. Let me go through mine. Let me go NFC.
Commanders are a sleeper in the NFC East.
Absolutely. NFC East. I do also have Philly. The North. I'm gonna go wild here. I think this is the Packers year. I feel it. There's something about that one. And then the North is ridiculously tough though. It's very hard to win in the North. And I also think Chicago's going to be sleeper this year. I think they might make the playoffs. In the South, I actually have the Falcons winning this year. I'm very excited to see what Penix does. I think him and Drake London, very high on Drake London. I think Kyle Pitts will have a great year.
The best quarterback in that division goes by the name of Tyler Shuck. Keep going.
Louisville all day. But yeah, AFC, and then what is it? NFC. I got the South. Okay, the West. I actually got the 49ers. I think they have the easiest schedule of the NFL this year. So I think this is a Brock Purdy comeback year.
Easiest schedule is kind of a fluke to predict before the season because the NFL
it is
league of
but
runs. In a year you could go into it thinking you're gonna have the easiest schedule. You really got the most difficult.
Their placing is they're gonna play like I don't know where they play. I don't know. I think
this year they'll win that division. I actually think it's going to be a fine year for the Rams. I think they'll make the wild card, but I saw a dip from Stafford last year that I just do not trust again. I don't see it another season where he can I think he's leaving I don't think he's top 5 right now, but I see another down year from Stafford. And then AFC North, Baltimore Ravens, 14-3, best record in the conference. The AFC West, I've been going back and it's hard to see anybody beating the Chiefs. And the Chargers just lost Mike Williams. So I think, I'll just go to Chiefs.
I'm a big Herbert believer.
I'm big on Herbert, too. I know a lot of people are down on him for the playoff stuff, but I don't know. If he had the coach he had now with the receiving talent he had a couple years back, I think we're having a different. But now he doesn't have the receiving talent, and what a way better coach in a way better situation. So the Chargers will make the playoffs. The AFC South, Landon, if you don't know watching this, Jacksonville's been peeking my eye, but I still have to go Houston. Big CJ Stroud guy.
Jacksonville's peeking your eye.
They are.
They're peeking my eye. I think they got a solid. They're a solid candidate to go 3-14 this year. Solid, really solid.
Wait, no, really? Travis Hunter didn't move you?
No.
Oh my god.
First year skill position players don't move me unless it's a quarterback.
Ooh, okay. I think
I'm not a T-Law's a bum.
I'm not a big Trevor Lawrence fan.
Yeah, he's just not the guy. Yeah. And you have to have the guy or else it's not going to work. The guy can change everything. Look at the Commanders. Look at the Bengals whenever we got Burrow. The guy can change that. That's why I think the Titans win it. But keep going.
All right. And then
Stroud.
I still got the Texans winning that division because Stroud that guy to me. And then what is it? The AFC West. No, I got no. And then the East, it's the Bills, easy. MVP, I actually think Mahomes gets it this year. Strangely enough, I think with Xavier Worthy, Brown, I think this is the first year that Chelsea.
They're tired of giving Mahomes stuff. Get Mahomes out of here.
I don't know. I will say Burrow's definitely in the top 3 of people I do think can win it, but I also think, they're also tired of Lamar getting it as you can see from last year, the MVP he was absolutely robbed of. There's only the third time in NFL history where the first team All-Pro quarterback doesn't win MVP. 27 votes to 23.
I think it was Jokic SGA. That's
whoever
you wanted to give it to.
No, it was asinine, 10. Lamar should have got that last year. Let's just keep it low. He was so much better than Josh Allen.
Go ahead and do conference champions and Super Bowl champ.
My conference champion this year is actually the rematch of the division round. I have Buffalo, and I do believe, like you said, I don't think the Chiefs will make it back this year.
Yeah, Baltimore.
But I have Baltimore beating the Chiefs in the divisional round, but I also have us beating the Bills in the AFC Championship. In the NFC, I have the 49ers facing off against the Eagles. I think we're going to get the conference champion rematch that we should have got. I think, when the game when Brock Purdy got hurt in the first series, I think we're going to get that matchup again. But I actually think the 49ers take it this time. Will we help? No. I actually don't. I think the Eagles go back to back. No, I don't.
Think about it and come back next podcast episode.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I actually think this is a weirdly AJ Brown is he's going to be an X factor of what the Philadelphia Eagles do this year. In terms of if him and Jalen can't make it work again this year, I think he goes haywire and kind of the rest of the season. So I actually don't even have to make my comment. I have the 49ers and I have the Lions again for rematch from a couple years back. And I have the 49ers winning that. And I have the Ravens winning, of course. And I have the Ravens and the 49ers in this year's Super Bowl where Lamar Jackson finally gets the monkey off his back and wins that coveted Super Bowl.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful predictions. Well, that's going to wrap up the first episode of Play by Play with Cam and Zay. Follow us on all social media platforms. It'll be down below. I'm Cam, and this is Zay, and we're going to holla at y'all. Comment below who wants some of these debates. Let us know your opinions. We will respond. We will engage. Again, follow us on all platforms. It'll be in the description. And love. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Love everybody.
Doses.
I drink drinking on my own. I'll be with it.